Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. How are you guys? How are you guys? I feel like I haven't live streamed in a month. It is weird. It is very weird. I just took a shower. My face is all red from being warm. It is very strange. I feel like I'm coming back to the moon. We haven't been to the moon in a while. That's why I say that. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Let's see what's going on. I went with Lady Rackets to see Maverick, Top Gun again, and it was awesome. It was just flipping awesome. That's what Maverick was, hands down. It was cool. It was awesome. There's nothing else to describe it. No spoilers. No spoilers. It is, I'll spoil one thing, which is not a spoiler at all, just because I want to talk about it. This is something else. This was something else. Before the movie starts, Tom Cruise pops up on screen and he says, "Hey, just want to say thank you guys for coming to see this movie. It's been decades in the making. We did all this cool stuff and we did it for all of you. So thank you for coming." And it was like an oh shit moment, because it was recognition that it was from the fan. It's for the fans, that it was stating it out loud. And I think people, this is what I've been talking about for a couple years. When I go do convention appearances, I do a panel talking about how entertainment is for the fans. And it's crazy because I think so many actors and directors and producers and grips and best boys and whatever the hell else stupid titles they have think that the production is for them just because it's their job, it's their income. So they're like, oh, this is for me to do. No. You make it for us. That's why you do the thing. You do it because we're the ones who buy it. You do it because we're the ones who want it. And it was just this moment of recognition that, yeah, we understand, by the way, that it's for you. I don't know that I've ever seen that before a theatrical release of anything. And without any spoilers, okay? Without any spoilers, it just showed and it set the stage to let you know that when they made that movie, it is literally for fans. That's what it is. It is nostalgia. It is it's a revisitation of the movie. It's the story you wanted to see continue. It's just great, man. It's great. I mean, is it like the best movie ever? Is it an Oscar-winning story and all this stuff? I mean, no, it's still Top Gun. That's the best part. Said it's Top Gun. So anyway, I strongly recommend anyone to see it. The acting is good. The casting is good. The action is great. Practical effects, everything about it was fantastic. So, Kakarot, the movie was Maverick, the new Top Gun movie. It's very, very good. They still try and make Tom Cruise look taller than he is. So anyway, it was refreshing to see. It took me right back to the 80s, man. It was just like watching, in many ways, it was just like watching an 80s movie. So big props Big props to them for that. They pulled it off. Good Logic got a super chat from Elon Musk. I got a super chat from Elon Musk before he did. Want to fight about it? Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so on the docket today, whoa, that's a big super chat. We'll get to that in just a second. On the docket today, we've got, I have listed, it is Memorial Day, but I'm not really going to talk about Memorial Day. I mean, obviously, Memorial Day is where we remember fallen soldiers, and that's a very important thing. But I don't have anything particular to add, about that. It's just what we do. And grill. Except at my house, we didn't grill today because holy heck, we had one hell of a thunderstorm come through. It was nuts. I mean, sheesh. We had hail, we had wind that was our flag is like ripped in half. We just got a new flag not too long ago, so now we got to get another one because it just shredded. We've had a couple. We had 100-mile-an-hour winds the other day. I don't know how fast these were, but they were pretty ripping. So we've got that. But I'm not going to sit and muse on Memorial Day. Everybody has their own Memorial Day thing, their own feelings, and they're going to be vastly different if you know a service member who is lost than if you don't. And that's cool. But tomorrow, we're going into Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard's jury watch section. So I will be here 7:45 a.m. Central, just like for the trial, because the jury's going to get there at 8 a.m. Central, 9 Eastern, and they're going to start deliberating again. And we'll just be there. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know who's going to join. I'll send out invites to the usual suspects, maybe some other people as well. But we'll be talking and hanging out and watching for that jury verdict. What else? We're going to talk a lot tonight about the ACLU and how they're trash. The ACLU is trying to recover fees from Johnny Depp for the production of their discovery documents, which there is a New York state law on providing for expenses, reasonable expenses, for production of the documents. For the ACLU, the reasonable expenses was something like $82,000. Seems reasonable, right? It's very fair. Kind of a normal amount that you would expect to pay for some production of documents that are just, emails between Amber Heard and the ACLU related to the article. Was it 86? 86? It doesn't matter. It's north of $80,000. So we'll talk about that. We'll look at the statutes and we'll do some analysis. I'm not an expert on New York civil law. I'm not an expert on procuring or extracting, I should say, a reasonable expense out of an opponent, but I do have an idea of how the ACLU is trying to twist and incorporate other things into their motion. So we can talk about it, but I can't give you definitive answers. I can only make arguments based on a mild ability to read. So we'll do that. And then we've got some super chats from the other day still. Plenty of those. And we've got some super chats from today already popped in here. And I think we'll probably have some super chats tomorrow. And who knows? This is how it goes. Final thing. My interview with Jesse Lee Peterson has been rescheduled. So I hope that I didn't just screw up. The verdict was going to come in during my interview. Like, you realize that that's what the world does, is it says, okay, you want to have an interview on this date when a verdict might come in. Well, obviously it's going to come in while you're on the interview. So I have it rescheduled for Thursday, the 2nd at 1:50 p.m. And that one is not changing. I'm not rescheduling again. I apologized about 1 billion times. And they were gracious in rescheduling me to the 2nd of June. So that being said, that's when we'll have that. It'll be good times, and I'm looking forward to it very much. It's one of the interviews I've always wanted to do, and so that'll be fun. But yeah. So I'm sorry if that causes the verdict to get pushed back to Thursday. I'm hoping not. I mean, I'm hoping I'm hoping the jury reaches their verdict tomorrow. But we'll see. Fight millennia in front of your panel tomorrow while waiting for the verdict. Why? So they can make fun of me? Okay. So with that said, we'll get into tonight. Let's start with these early chats that have come in, and we'll just go from there. We'll see what's up, and then we'll hit that ACLU motion in a little bit. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about, certainly can do that too. Adrian Valladares says, read the following like the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the nose, to the person to whom it belongs, 2 nostrils, all over, immutable, with toes and nose hairs for all. Liberty says, I drew this imgur /a/ XUZTYJ8. This. Who is is this me? Here we go. This is me, apparently. Thank you for the picture. Not sure if you like me or hate me, but there you go. I look like I'm 17 hangovers in. So there you go. Much appreciated. Can we talk about Pelosi's husband's arrest for DUI? Maybe we can do that. I don't know what. Is there a video of it? That'd be funny. I'm just saying, says just saying, whoever you are, and the demons you're battling, I'm happy you're here. Or wait, whoever you are, wherever you are, and the demons you're battling, I'm happy you're here, and I hope you're here next year. Ryu D, have you checked out Libs of TikTok mega thread? Disgusting. Nope. Matthew Perkins, touchdown. Well, these are all emojis. Touchdown. On paper, unbreaded. A white guy named Tyrone. Nick, you should watch Meat Canyon, Johnny Depp wins video. It would put a smile on your face. Maybe. The artist captured your one large tooth perfectly. Do I have... I think they're all relatively even. I don't know. Let's see. Casey says, have you watched and or heard the Norm Macdonald special? I have not. Norm Macdonald recorded one last comedy special before dying to be released when he was dead, which is really cool. But I have not watched it yet. So, that'll be... I do look forward to watching that. S. Cybertaz says, Leighton Fuentes. Uh-oh. What's the Fuentes theme song? What is it? Come, Hunter Fuentes, I'm looking for come. Where's your couch? Where's your bed? Where's your bed sheets and blankets? 'Cause I'm looking for your come. That was the Nick Fuentes theme song. So, there you go. True Anana Shabbat, Bad Pressure, Bad Calf Care says, what are your thoughts on Joe starting a cult? You made it clear you wouldn't join in groups, but would you make an exception for Blue Joe's following? Yes, only if he grants me wishes. We'll see. Barb Belmont. The best part about here's how Joe works. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you ever see like a car or a van or whatever drive up, and Joe's wife is driving, and you rub the side of the vehicle, Joe will pop out of the sunroof in blue. It's amazing. Barb Belmont says, does Johnny need to win on all three of his claims to win? Can he win on just one of the statements, like the SV title or 2 out of 3? He can win on any amount. He can win on any of them, I believe. I mean, I don't know that I guess I could look up the Johnny Depp jury instructions. Let's take a peek. We'll just investigate this, right? Da 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 da. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Gosh, this is some shit quality. No, they're individual. They're individual statements. If you answered yes to each subpart, blah 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 blah. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yeah, so it looks like any of these would probably pass muster. I think they would just need to do the one. But I'm trying to find the actual document here. There they are. About time. Hold on. Just downloading them. We'll pull them up here. It's always good to just take a peek, right? When you need to know the answer and the documents are public. Here we go. So this is impartiality. Who cares? Credibility of witnesses. Who cares? Verdict not to be based on sympathy, bias, guesswork, or speculation. By the way, it'll get based on all of those, no matter which way it goes. Liability issues must be based on the facts you would find them. Defendant Amber Laura Heard, the issues in the case summarized below. Whether Ms. Heard made or published any of the following statements. Do any of the statements imply or insinuate anything about Mr. Depp? Were the statements seen by anyone other than Mr. Depp? Did her statements convey a defamatory implication to someone who saw them? Are the implications or insinuations about Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's statements false? Did Ms. Heard make the statements with actual malice? If Mr. Depp is entitled to recover, what is the amount of Mr. Depp's damages? So any of the statements. So just one is enough. But if it's just one, he may take a haircut on damages. That's kind of how the jury can do that. But I can't imagine you would find one of the statements, except maybe the sexual violence one, particularly defamatory and not the other two. I mean, I think it's kind of an all or nothing deal to me, considering but maybe you get the 2 out of 3. Maybe you don't say the sexual violence because you say that one was written by a Washington Times headline writer. And we really don't think that Amber's tweet is sufficient for republication. That's possible. You could do that. The jury could find that and they could say, but the other two, are fine. Or they can find none of them. So there's the answer there. Oh, thank you, C. Goody. Look at this. I'm a new man. I'm gonna thank C. Goody without calling him gay or anything. So that was nice. Nice of him to do. Let me get this big super chat while I'm thinking about it still. J. Parker 072 with a big chat. Thank you. Says, just wanted to say thanks, Nick. Been following you for years and you have never changed, even through the recent trials. You've always stayed true to who you are, which is why we love you. This is a toast to you. Oh. Be still my heart. Someone gave me whiskey. So I'm drinking this Joseph Magnus whiskey. Guys, I'm really excited because I found a new bottle of Joseph Magnus whiskey. Different than this one today. I've never seen it. And it is sherry and cognac casks like this one, but it's also with Armagnac casks. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hey, Attorney Tom Cruise, I saw your movie today. It was cool when you were wearing lifts to look taller than Jennifer Connelly. That was fun. That was cute. So here we go. To me, I guess, but really to you guys. Thank you. You've made it so I've never had to change. So I got DM spammed by this weirdo. An absolute catastrophe of a human from India. Right? Because now I want you to steel yourself for what I'm about to say. All right? A man from India got mad about my joke that Johnny Depp would lose if there was an Indian man on the jury because Indian men simp for blonde women. Okay? He got mad about it. And what they proceeded to do was demand over and over that I, quote unquote, stick up for legal bites. because you wouldn't want the world to think that Indian men simp for blonde women. So instead, they spammed me with a bunch of stupid messages about sticking up for legal bites. I'm like, you can't make it up. The internet is real. It's free. It's fucking free. They also kept adding me to a group chat, so I told them that I hope they get wife burned. I don't know if that's racist. Is that racist? I'm not sure. Were they serious or trolling me? No. Pretty serious. Pretty serious. And to be clear, legal bites, I'm sure, had nothing to do with this at all. Like this is all this weirdo. Fighting the stereotype, one Bob and Vagina at a time. I could not believe it. It's like, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. Sanity Clause. Best moment of the weekend. Quoting Sargon. You can't broadcast something like that. Nick, hold my beer. Unbreaded. Yes, I had Sargon on Saturday. Many of you probably know this, but I had Sargon on and we talked for a while about different things. And we got to the subject of Unbreaded with Matthew Harris. And he was talking about how, yeah, he reads it. It's really funny, but you can't broadcast something. I was like, well, I do every night. So that was fun. Very good. Angie Harrover says, the nose is always late. Hope you had a good weekend. If I'm being honest, my weekend was not great. This is not a fun weekend. I'm not going to get into why, but yeah, it was not the best weekend. Things are looking up now. You're going to have down days. We had some down days, but now things are much better. Mm. Got in a fist fight with the guns. No. Don't worry about me. Everything's fine. Just sometimes you have bad days. And it's been 7 weeks of work and stress, right? Like, all good, no complaining about the 7 weeks of work and stress, but it is still 7 weeks of work and stress and long hours. And so there was a cool down for a bit. And the cool down wasn't the best day. That's how it goes. So anyway, all right. Faust IXV says, just brought my first newborn, Cecilia, great name, home with my wife after 5 days in the hospital. Jaundice is a beezy. Yes, it is, but cheers to you and your new baby. I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy for you. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna address this super chat here. A little bit out of order, but it's a good one to address. Doomed, huh? And while I have almost 13,000 of you here, let me do this. Doomed, huh, says, if I go to Anime Matsuri, can I meet Cecil and Anna? Will there be an official meetup, or I have to just hope I bump into them? Okay. So, Anime Matsuri, I can announce this, I believe. I mean, they've hinted at it. At Anime Matsuri, there will be a special section of the show. I'm not sure where it is exactly, with several popular YouTubers. I'm not sure who all has confirmed. Okay, but I will be there. Flash will be there. That Star Wars girl will be there. I believe Nerdrotic has confirmed. I think Attorney Tom will be there. I think Eric July will be there. I think Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers will be there. I think Ryan Cannell will be there. And I think Ethan Van Sciver will be there in the actual booth. We will have tables. It will be a place for us. So that is, and I believe Tug as well. So that will be people with actual tables. These are all YouTubers with, north of 100,000 subscribers. However, that's not all of the people who will be there. There are going to be some other people there. I believe Cecil is coming. I believe there will be other YouTubers and stuff there as well. It's going to be a fun part. I think Lofty's going to be there also. But yeah, so that's going to be a thing at Anime Matsuri. I'm going to try and get confirmations from everybody. Been a little busy with the trial, but if you want to meet any of these people, July 29th in Houston, Texas. That's the weekend of July 29th in Houston, Texas. That's where we'll be. That's where we'll be. It'll be fun. There will be a specific place. You don't have to bump into anybody. We'll be there. Some people are going to have merch. Some people are just going to have a table. I believe there's going to be live streams going and stuff from people. So it should be fun. So will Lofty be to the left of your table? Lofty is to the left of every table he encounters. I don't know. It's a weird force of nature that happens. So anyway, yeah, come check it out. It should be a lot of fun. Anime Matsuri is already fun, but you can come meet some people you may want to hang out with, right? And see. And so come do it. Should be a blast. All right, next, Ryan Kitchen says, I hate going to the gas station these days, but I love screaming unbreaded like Matthew Harris when I pull up to the pump. It's the little things. When is the boob signing booth going to be open? Look, everyone who wants their boobs signed by me will have to petition directly to Lady Rackets to get that permission. I don't know if that's in the cards, frankly. Okay, so next. Yeah, I went to the gas pump today, and it was one of those stupid ones with, like, I keep being dumb and choosing debit instead of credit when I put my card in. And so then it limits you, like, on how much you can get. And so it's like, oh, you're limited to $75. I was like, cool, half a tank of gas. Thanks, fuckers. What about moobs? I can probably sign man boobs. That's probably okay. I'm not sure yet. What is the cost to get in? I don't know. You got to go to animematsuri.com. I think that's it. You gotta go to their website. I'm not sure what the things are. Let me just say though, like, Anime Matsuri is a cool show. Whether you like anime or not, it is all around. It's a cool, fun show. There's a bunch of fun things. It's not strictly anime related, but it is heavily anime themed and Japanese themed. So there's probably a nuke or two on the way, but it's a fun place to be. There's a lot of people hanging out, doing stuff. There's the show itself, and then there's like all the after stuff where you can hang out with people, go to bars, go to restaurants, sit around like I do, smoking cigars, and meet some pretty cool people. Vic Mignogna will be there. There'll be a bunch of cosplayers, sexy lady cosplayers, handsome male cosplayers, whatever your fancy is. They've got them. So I believe they're doing the car show again, which is where you can see where a bunch of weebs have spent so much money putting anime ass and tits on their cars that you will be embarrassed that they did, but you'll also be like, that's kind of neat. So it's great. Let's see. Lily Phoenix. Hey, hope you are well. I am. Would you consider doing a few minutes on a 40K in a future stream? 40K is awesome, and I want more people to know about it. If you have not read the Night Lord series, could I send you a copy? A trans fan. Lily Phoenix. I didn't read all of the Night Lords one, but it's right there. I think I read Soul Hunter, if I remember right. But I didn't read the full trilogy. So I already have it. I really appreciate the gesture. I think I even have 2 copies. Let me see. This is annoying. Yeah. These jackholes. Look at this. So they released this thing. Soul Hunter, Blood Reaver, and Voidstalker, right? That's cool. It's a nice box set. Night Lords, pretty neat. And then, for whatever reason, these motherfuckers released this one, which is the same 3 books, just taller. a little bit different covers. So, yeah, I have them all. Because I'm addicted to to collecting these stupid things. I have them, but I believe I've only read the first one. Do you still love Hitler and David Duke and have a threesome with them? Well, look, Hitler and David Duke are neither showers nor growers, so they can't even hang with me, buddy. Okay. But to Lily Phoenix, yeah, I would I did a 40K stream a while back with Border Prince and Mr. Medicare. So that should be on the channel if you've never seen it. It's a good one. You can check that out. But yeah, I'll be doing more 40K stuff at some point, probably when we have just some fun time streams. Also, some mini painting streams are coming as soon as this trial's over as well. The next mini painting stream will be me, Heel vs. Babyface, and Sargon of Akkad. We'll all be painting. It'll be super gay. So there's that. Kyle Bogue. I was driving home from work this evening from one of our local tribal casinos here in Minnesota, and good God, thought my truck was going to get shoved right off the GD road. Oh, dude. So yeah, the storms must have hit you at that time because man, like, so the hail starts coming down. And it's significant. I mean, it's above pea-sized hail, but below golf ball size. But there's some pretty good chunks, right? And Lady Ragged's like, oh, my raspberry bushes, because she has some raspberry bushes that need to get planted, but they're sitting out in planters out on the deck. It's like, save my raspberry bushes. And I looked at her like, I'm not walking out in hail with like 60-mile-an-hour winds. Are you kidding? So I waited for the hail to stop, and then I ran out quickly in a lull in the storm. It was insane though. I think they're still alive, but it was not good. It was not good at all. Gary Thomas, welcome to Paralegal Status. Brandon May, what types of paints do you use for mini painting? All hail the God King and Rogel Dorn. I have a couple Citadel paints, but the ones I primarily use are Army Painter. Because you can get like a big freaking box of Army Painter paints, and you can't get a giant box of Citadel paints, which is really, really annoying because I like the Citadel paint bottles better than the Army Painter ones, especially because the one ejaculated all over my fucking desk. And that pissed me off. But yeah, a mix of Citadel and Army Painter. Jay Parker 702 says, they gifted Ricada Law membership. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you can, like Twitch, you can gift memberships on YouTube now. So if you want to do that, you can. I appreciate that Jay Parker just did. Cars in Depth says, a toast, please, to PFC. Herman Hardstein, killed in action, Germany, March 1945 at 19 years old. The neighborhood park where I grew up in Detroit is named for him. I visit annually. Since last Memorial Day, someone stole the brass plaque. That is such a Detroit thing to do. I'll steal this motherfucker's plaque. Just rip it off the bench. What a cunt move that is. To Private First Class Herman Hardstein, one of the best named soldiers I've ever heard of. And to the loss of his life, of course, serving at the tender age of 19 back in World War II. May his legacy, contribution, and memory live longer than his plaque was able to remain in the park where he was dedicated. Cheers to him. Wow. Esad Avdik. Okay. Says, can we have a farewell toast for Corey Harrison from Pawn Stars? Who the hell's Corey Harrison? And when did he die? Oh, shit. The big. Okay, him. See, is he dead? He's the son, but is he? I mean, doesn't show that he's dead. Shows that he's alive. I mean, I'm not seeing Corey Harrison being dead. Yeah, I think he's alive. Yeah. Okay. Holy shit, that's a big super chat. Fuck, what are you doing? Real quick, a farewell toast for Corey Harrison, even though he's still alive. R.I.P. to you, Corey. Hopefully resting in your millions of dollars. Shermo with an ungodly big super chat. Why would you do that? I don't know, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Here we go. It says, please accept on this day true and loyal thanks, only valid from a life sworn to the support and defend the very law you so faithfully serve. Offer equals law tube via email below. Acceptance equals promise. Legality equals guaranteed. Consideration 15 minutes. Zoom/phone you record. Time equals critical. Veritably a true and loyal fan. Shermo, I got your message. Yeah, I mean, you did not have to do that, but thank you. And we'll make it happen, okay? Thank you, Shermo. No, I know exactly what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about. So this is all good. Thank you for that. Malachi Gaming and Talk says, here we eat unbreaded shoes served with lemonade. Okay, that nerd Derek. Hey, Rackets, want to thank those who gave to my Give Send Go. Could still use a bit more help. Would you be willing to drop the link in chat again? My wife's been stressing since we have a newborn. I'll DM your Twitter again. If you DM me, Derek, I will share it in chat. So go ahead and do that. Dribbly Bob, have you read Doug Stanhope's write-up on Amber from 2016? If not, Google Doug Stanhope rap. Whoops. What is this? Oh, from the rap. Johnny Depp is being blackmailed by Amber Heard. Here's how I know. Guest column by Doug Stanhope, May 29th, 2016. No, I was not aware of this. Maybe we'll get into it in a little bit. I've got it. I've got it. Thank you for that. Sam HP. Hey, Nick, did you see the video of Amber Heard fake writing sticky notes and passing it to her lawyers? Lawyer to her right shakes his head in disbelief. She might have been doing this the whole trial. I did see that. It's like the pen doesn't touch the paper. It's amazing. Blackguard 4 says Amber Heard's next movie role. Oh, shit. Let's see. There was a great chat coming up. Whew. Amber Heard's next movie role could be as Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender, a psycho who uses everyone around her and eventually ends up alone and jailed due to her own actions. She won't have to act, just be herself. Oh, could you imagine having to work with her after this? She's going to be insufferable. So I can't imagine it because I don't think anyone ever will. Tracy 3, the question they ask the jurors to answer yes or no to can be confusing and misleading. Yes. Yes, they can. There you are. Here we go. Derek. So here is Derek's give, send, go. I'm sharing it in the chat. You can check out his give, send, go if you want. And if you feel like tossing him some support, that would be lovely. This is a guy who lost his job right as a new baby was coming. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do so. And I'm sure they would appreciate anything you could do. Also, I'm sure they would appreciate any prayers or well wishes that you could give as well. Bob Piffle, keep on keeping on, brother. Thanks, Bob. I will. Raise one to my cuz and his mama, my dear aunt. Condo burned down last Tuesday night, left almost 200 destitute, including me, cousin, and aunt. All is well, but a cheers goes a long way. I say, God bless you, Nick. Yeah, Bob, I got you. Weefek, I'll spam whatever I damn well please. Can't stop me. Holy cats, another huge super chat. What the hell is happening tonight? What is going on? To Bob Piffle, his cousin and his aunt, though they had a fire and lost their home, probably many possessions, lost time, lost security, lost comfort. They all appear to be uninjured and healthy, and that, of course, is more important than any replaceable piece of property. May their combined endurance and their combined family friendships keep them strong through the time of transition and loss and move them into something more promising in the future. Cheers. Holy cats. Okay, we gotta hit this huge super chat here from Not a Troll. Oh my goodness. Hey, Nick, longtime viewer from the Vic case and before. Never donated before. You deserve this for the years of entertainment. Any important dates in the Vic trial appeal? Medicare masochist, friend of Signal Boot on Kino Casino. Well, thank you, Medicare masochist. Much appreciated. There is no specific date on the Vic appeal. We're waiting. It could be any Thursday. We're at the point, we're long past the normal time frame for appeals. COVID threw a monkey wrench in everything, pushed courts way back, but we're coming up to a really long time here. So every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. is a possible date that the appeal will drop. So I just wait and check and see every Thursday. And there's no way to predict it. There's no indications. And there's nothing to be gleaned from the delay either. So that's that. Thank you for the giant super chat. It's really appreciated. Lisa Gordon says, you and Sargon talked about trying to reclaim the house. As empty nesters, I moved our master bedroom to the renoed garage. To turn my master into my craft room, I turned a spare room into his Lego room. Is that fair? How big of a craft room do you need? And how big of a Lego room does he need? I don't know. Maybe you should knock out the wall and have it be Legos and crafts together. Fair is what you make it. Lisa, good job. But you're from Australia, which means that everything you just said is false because your country is fake. And oh my God, did you guys see that Hawaii is trying to make an embarrassment to the United States? Hawaii is trying to be the first island sovereign to lose a war to birds since Australia. And they're losing to chickens. To chickens. At least emu are like mean. It's freaking chickens. Just get a golf club and go. What do you need? How do you lose to a chicken? I feel like I could kill 1,000,000 chickens. Give me a 7-iron in 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. Aaron Oswald. Wait, I got to read this one real quick. Ashoka Tano says, I'm Indian and I'm not simping for no woman, especially not simping for no blonde. What you said made me cry with laughter. Good. Thank you. Thank you. That's what we need right there. You know, the best thing to do with chickens is to kill them with pepper spray so you don't have to season them when you cook them. Just hose them down, drown them in pepper spray so you season the inside. Aaron Oswald, Nick, first-time donor, long-time viewer. Hey, thank you. First, thanks to all the service members on this Memorial Day. However, I hate the rhetorical nonsense on gun control recently. What's your insight on the issue? My insight is simple, and I know there are people who don't like this position. Liberty is risk. Liberty always, not most of the time, not some of the time, always trumps casualty. Liberty is risk, and it always trumps casualty. The tragedy of children being killed or people being killed will never be undone. There's no law that can fix it. There's no regulation that can bring it back. And there's nothing you can do to prevent it. If it's not a gun, it's a knife. If it's not a knife, it's a bat. If it's not a bat, it's strangling. It's bare hands. It's a bomb. It's a car. It's something. Tragedy, atrocity, these are terrible things. But the reality is that liberty will always trump tragedy. It will always trump security, because there is no greater security of the individual than individual liberty to secure themselves. And I know that's really hard because it's really fucking emotional. I get it. I get it. Every time it happens, you know, my heart aches. I'm a dad. I know what I can see it. I can see the phone call, the news report, right? It's the one thing I'm afraid of in this entire world is your child not coming home. But individual security, or the individual liberty, always trumps a government promise of security. And how do we know? How do we know? What was the actual problem at that school? What was the actual problem? Where was the security? Where was the government who promises to protect those kids? They didn't do it. They didn't do it at the school. They didn't do it before the guy got to the school. And they didn't do it after he went in the school. They sat there and they stopped individuals from going in. They stopped other people when they wouldn't go. That's what the government did. So when the government promises that if they just take away a little bit of your liberty, that they'll provide you security, just remember that the security sometimes just stops and doesn't go in the building. Twice now. Parkland and now Uvalde. Twice the cops have not gone in. I believe in this one there was a stand down order. Don't go in. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the police chief ordering someone, or the police, whoever, ordering the officer not to go in to an elementary school with children? How are they going to protect you? How do you expect, by the way, how do you expect a police officer whose kids aren't in there to go in? Like, how do we, I mean, it's their job, right? But how do we genuinely, when balls come down to the fucking vice, how do we expect them to walk into a potential hail of gunfire? They won't do it. They don't do it. I mean, they do other times, but this time they didn't. And this time it mattered to every one of those dead kids, to every one of their families, to the teachers who died, to their orphan children. What about liberty? Would any of those teachers have had a gun if they could have? Maybe. Would a principal, vice principal, gym teacher, librarian, would any of them have had a gun? Maybe. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I know not everybody agrees. I know there are a lot of people who think that if we make laws, it'll stop guns from going into schools. Well, I got news for you. I got news for you. It's already illegal to bring a gun into a school. A whole bunch of people obeyed that law that day. One guy didn't. One guy ignored that law that day. And that's the reality of the law. It takes one person to ignore it. So that's my insight on the issue. Alabaster Scarf says, saw you making it rain on Razorfish stream, collab win. He said whenever. I love talking to Razor. I haven't talked to him since the election, 2020 election. So it's been a long time. I'll try and reach out as this trial wraps up. I'd love to get Razor back on stream. We can talk about whatever. I think the dude is sharp. I think he's hilarious, and he's just a good conversationalist. Mandy Karavichis, super chats are like multiple dicks inserted into the glory hole that is the Rekieta Law Show. Is this accurate, Nick? Well, yeah. The question is, the glory hole is a two-way street, Mandy. It's a two-way street. You don't know what's coming through it, right? That's the one way. But in the other way, you don't know what it's going in either. So think about it. Acid Burn, 195. Welcome to Paralegal Status. Thank you for joining. Chip C. Chip C says, first super chat here. Hey, thank you, Chip. I found you through the Larry Correa interview you did, or Correa. Thank you. Yeah, Larry's awesome. I can't wait to get him back on. Loved when he started to read Unbreaded. Also, I'm quarantining at home with the vid, so I'm grateful that your streams are so damn long. Yeah, man. Well, hey, I got a backlog. Man, I got more hours than you've got in your life already backlogged, buddy. So go check them out. There's all sorts of shit for you back there. Hope you get better, buddy. I don't know how your COVID is. When I had it, it was shit. It was a shitty 10 days of just nonsense. and pain and struggle to breathe and all that stuff. But I came out, fine. Hopefully yours is less and you got like one of the new strains. It's just not as bad. That would be great. Hope you get better soon. Anna P. Nick, never realized how much I appreciate you until the Law Tube drama. Thank you for being you and not giving a F all around. You're the OG and my favorite because I have the same don't give a fuck mentality as you. Cheers to you. Stay unbreaded. Anna P., thank you. Glad to have you here. That's the way it should always be. Let us not fall into these fucking groups that always degenerate into nonsense. If other people want to do it, they have my blessing. Whoever thinks I'm like the Law Tube creator and therefore have some sort of reins to take on it, I give them up. I renounce my throne, right? Like Eddie Murphy. I renounce my throne in Coming to America, the first one, the only one that exists. I give it up. I don't want it. Someone else can have it for free. Whoever wants it. Open season on it. I mean, you have to deal with the original trademark holder, which is the LawTube YouTube channel and the LawTube website, which existed before the Rittenhouse trial. So you got to deal with that. But I don't want it. I don't need it. Anyone can have it. I'm just me. Me forever. Holy goodness, what a disaster. And you can see why, right? It should be apparent. This drama is so ridiculous and taking up so much time and attention. And what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to manage it? Like are enough Karens going to bitch to the manager of LawTube and be like, you need to stop this. Oh my God. I could think of nothing I want more than a bullet in my head if I were the manager of LawTube. Ugh. Rick Nikita says, going to the gas station gave me PTSD. I believe it. Matthew Self with a big chat. Thank you, Matthew Self says, monetary funds for all that you do, but also please publicly announce to my woman Kayla that I love her. She's watching with me now. I don't have to prove anything. I just want to embarrass her. To Kayla, Matthew Self's woman, a cheers to you for the love of a man willing to give money to another man to prove that he loves you. That $100 could have gone towards a ring, could have gone towards some flowers, could have gone towards a big box of condoms, and instead it went to an asshole, all for the love of you. That's a keeper you got there, Kayla. I hope you love him back. Thanks, buddy. Hopefully you're not sleeping on a couch tonight. Skyrim 96. No offense, but I never want to meet any of you in real life. You all just seem like awful, awful people, and I'd rather be locked in a room with Brian Stetler and Ethan Klein for an hour than meet you people. Well, I mean, that may be true. Everything you said may be correct, but I just got to tell you, if you're locked in a room with me, you're going to have drinks and cigars and probably some inappropriate jokes, maybe even a racist joke or two. If you're locked in a room with Brian Stetler and Ethan Klein, you're going to have two small penises entering two of your orifices. So think about that. Think about what you just said and call me in the morning. Guy says, Games Workshop already capitulated to the lunatic commies. The company and their IP should rot. Okay. I've seen people. I haven't seen how they capitulated to lunatic commies. So. Stooge Muffin stuff. Can you imagine? I feel like if anyone is in the presence of Brian Stetler for more than about 30 seconds, he starts humping their leg like a fucking dog. Except Balder, right? God, what a weirdo. It's important to remember how old Brian Stetler is. Stelter. Stelter. I always say Stetler. Brian Stelter is 36. He's 36 years old. The man looks like Harvey Weinstein's gay uncle, but he's only 36. Stooge muffin stuffing. Can you imagine the number of legs that man has humped? Stooge Muffin Stuffin says, "Can I get a toast for my parents? Today is their 35th anniversary. Holy shit." To Stooge Muffin Stuffin's parents, 35 years of marriage. And what a tribute. What a tribute to each other. No toast can do justice to a relationship that endures an entire generation, that raises their children into people, that sees the political, economic, and global changes as one person, as one unit, who has seen marriage as an institution change dramatically over the course of their relationship. May we all find someone we can tolerate for 3.5 decades and many more to come. Cheers to your parents, man. Juan Lopez, try to ask It's a Gundam. He paints really good. He does. He does. I've never had him on a stream. I've talked to him on Flashcast a couple times. He's a good chap. Ginger Ninja. My older bro Nathan passed away in October at the age of 32. The Lord gave us 11 extra years with him. He survived an impossible IED in Afghanistan in 2010. Just like just like a Marine would. Am I right? My whole family was blessed by the Lord with 11 extra years with him. You didn't ask for a toast or anything, Ginger, but to Nathan, who gave his life and health in service of his country, and was given a little more time to spend it with his family. Cheers to him, his sacrifice, and thank you for yours. Cheers. Those stories are Memorial Day, right? I don't really have any. My family lived through their armed service engagements, by and large. My friends did too. Thank God. But not everybody did. So tend to let them tell the stories because I don't have them. Madcore Mofo, welcome to paralegal status. Madcore Mofo, are you the dude doing? Madcore is out there, if I understand correctly, doing the kind of updates on the drama that's going on with LawTube or whatever that is. So you can check out Madcore Mofo, I believe's YouTube channel, and you can see some. I haven't watched the videos, although they're pretty popular. So you can check out kind of what's going on, follow along with that if you want. Okay, MKEOD says, we live about 100 miles south of you. We had a tornado warning at 2:45 this morning. My wife took the dog and the parrot and went down to the basement until they sounded the warning expired. Yeah, man, it was, we had some last night while that was going on, I believe, on a locals stream. I think I was doing a locals live stream. It's like, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to smoke a little cigar. right? Actually, it was a big cigar. It was a Churchill, which was probably a mistake. I'm going to go smoke a cigar. It'll be great. And then right as I get this thing lit up, the wind starts howling. It's kind of crazy. My audio was messing up for a little bit, so I thought I needed to move because of the wind, but it turns out it was something else. Got that fixed up. I sit down, lightning starts going all over the place, and suddenly I'm getting dumped down on rain, so I had to go inside. It was wild, wild stuff on locals last night. Didn't have a tornado come through my town, but damn. Dally London with a huge super chat. Thank you. Says, how far does this set us men back legally? If Depp loses, what sort of precedent does this set future tense? Okay, so it's important to note that at this point, Johnny Depp's case will not set any precedent legally. There's no legal precedent from a district court level case. The lowest court in the state, the lowest court in the federal systems, they don't set precedent. There's no binding rule. Now, if they appeal and find some appellate issue, there could be, but likely not really anything from the Johnny Depp case. The question would be, can, and you can answer this now, win or lose, can Me Too and the vague phantom accusation, can they be challenged in court? Can you successfully challenge them? I think the answer is yes. Whether Johnny Depp wins or loses, it got challenged in a way. Amber Heard, these people don't expect the lawsuit. They never anticipate. When they get sued, they're always like, how dare they? How dare they come after me? I only took their entire living away. But how dare they come after me with a lawsuit? I just ruined their lives. I just took all of their money. I just made their reputation that of a wife abuser. And you can hear it. You can hear the indignation in her stupid fucking lawyer, Rottenborn's discussion, right? Johnny Depp, he chose to sue Amber Heard to punish her from his abuse. He's continuing it now through the courts when his hands don't reach, or whatever stupid fucking thing he says. They always do this. The liars especially do it every fucking time. It drives me crazy. How dare they sue? By the way, did anybody else find it ironic that Amber Heard mentions a First Amendment defense for her defamatory statements, right? She's exercising her First Amendment, but they have a fucking defamation counterclaim. They get all indignant. How could someone sue over mere words? And so they countersue over mere words. The hypocrisy is bubbling and blaring, and it's one more problem with their entire case. And they better thank God that I'm not on that jury. First of all, none of those motherfuckers would be leaving that jury room if I was in it without Johnny Depp winning. I don't care if it was 1 versus 6 and I had to punch every one of them in the nuts, even the women. I would be dick and vagina punching all day until they came to the realization that this man was ruined by words that were fucking false. And to do it, I would point out the damn irony. You heard all that shit about the First Amendment, right? Well, Amber Heard just said some words. How could Johnny Depp sue her over words? These fuckers are suing him over words, and not even his. Not even his words, but someone else's words. Think about that to the jury. Here I am, foreman of the jury, or just lowly juror member. Like, think about how ridiculous this is. They made a First Amendment argument while suing over words. Well, my words are okay, but not his. Not his. They're not protected. Actually, they're not his. They're his lawyer's words. We didn't sue that guy. What the fuck? Like that drives me nuts. I would be in the jury room going, guys, you don't even need evidence to see through the bullshit. And this is the problem, of course, with bringing the counterclaim and why Amber Heard should have never brought the counterclaim. Because the First Amendment argument, right? Well, free speech, I can say whatever I want. That argument sounds a whole lot better if you're not consequently suing for words. God, it pisses me off. I'll be like, oh, you guys are Team Amber? Say hello to my little friend. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Right? That'd be me. That'd be me. Drop them, boys and girls alike, because we're going in raw with the makers, baby. All right. Anyway, back to the question. How far does this set us men back legally? It doesn't set us back. It puts us in our place that we're already in, right? That's rapers, Mark. That's where we're already here. Johnny Depp can't set us back because we're already back. We're already way in the back. We're farther in the back of the bus than Rosa Parks was supposed to be, right? Like, shit, that's going to get clipped out of context. Than the people wanted Rosa Parks to be. Fuck. That's where we are. That's where men are right now. They're all the way in the back of they're in the back of the bus. They're done. We've been done for a long time. Johnny Depp is seeking to bring us forward. That's what a bunch of Joseph Magnus whiskey. Here we go. Let's do an ad. Joseph Magnus whiskey. A true man's bourbon. And by true men, we mean that when you drink enough Joseph Magnus whiskey, you say all the racist shit that you were thinking on accident. Joseph Magnus, to free speech, to reduced inhibitions, and to increased racism. If you need some racism in your life, buy Joseph Magnus whiskey. This ad brought to you by Joseph Magnus. Drink racistly. So there you go. It is not going to get worse for men if Johnny Depp loses. It will get the same. This is a win proposition. And it's, oddly enough, it's a win proposition even if Johnny Depp loses on the case. So, Joseph Magnus, 100%. They sent me $15,000 for that ad. They're like, oh my gosh, we're going to look at all the people that this man reaches. We're going to send him money. Joseph Magnus themselves paid me to say that exact phrase. And this is in no way a satire. It's 100% the truth. They definitely did that. Pixel Rush. Can I get a toast to me? I just graduated college with a Bachelor of Computer Science. And I also just turned 25 years old. Oh, yeah. That's way better than graduating. We'll get to it. Pray that my job applications are fruitful and for prosperity as I enter a new chapter of my life. Pixel Rush. This is going to be a special toast. This is a special toast to you. Levi Allen says, this guy drunk. You haven't even seen me drunk, buddy. You haven't even seen it. We're not even close to there yet. This is just mildly unhinged. We'll get to drunk eventually. To Pixel Rush. To Pixel Rush. You have graduated with a degree in computer science. Cheers and hats off to you, good sir, for the work and time and money that you have put in, for the jobs that you have sacrificed with the promise of something better. You've also turned 25. Much more important because you can now rent a car by yourself. Oh my God. An achievement far greater than any piece of paper from college is merely living to 25 in a world that hates you. And with that, I must expand this toast to the reality. You ask for a fruitful and prosperous job applications, and may they ever be. However, as a 25-year-old college graduate, I cheers to the prospect of the future, but also to your imminent and repeated disappointments. Yet I will say to you, brother, persevere through your 20s and into your 30s, because better things will be coming when the things that you are expecting fall through. Stick with it, brother. You stuck with it this far. There's brighter horizons to come. Cheers. Kaya Wee, can we get one of your legendary toasts for Lady Racket's raspberry bushes? Hopefully they make it to the raspberry bushes. You endured a hailstorm, at least 60-mile-an-hour winds and rain, and you thought that was the hardest part of your life. But I challenge you, raspberry bushes, to survive the planting and nurturing touch of Lady Rackets, a woman who has killed more plants than Pol Pot has killed Cambodians. Godspeed and good luck at the black thumb of the Garden Reaper. Cheers to you. You think this is the first time we've had raspberry bushes? I've had a shitload of raspberry bushes in my life. we have had many raspberry bushes. I've bought red raspberries. I bought black raspberries. I won't say the joke. I bought golden raspberries. I bought all kinds of fucking raspberries. They die in droves. It looks like a World War I trench line rush. I mean, raspberry bushes just falling over each other. Lady Rackets is the harbinger of doom of raspberry bushes. Jeez. Oh. Cult of Personalities. Hey, Nick, wishing you and your family well. Me and a buddy have a YouTube channel. I'm from California. He moved to Texas. We talk about current news, conspiracies, and everything in between. Cult of Personalities / No World Order podcast. Check it out, guys. Check it out. That would be great. I can I trouble you guys for something? This is super gay, right? This is super lame. But I have a friend. I have a very old friend, right? From high school. Actually from long before high school, but he's been a friend of mine forever. He has a YouTube channel, okay? And he and a buddy do a podcast. They've got 100 episodes on YouTube. They have 77 subscribers. That is the grind, man. That is the podcast, right? That is the real world of YouTube, not the pretend law tube world where we cover some thing and then it brings a bunch of eyes onto us, right? Like that's how these trials work for us. We have a particular set of education and skills. I'm gonna post in chat my friends. He has no idea I'm doing this. He has no idea. I'm gonna post my friends whatchamacallit, link to his show. And I'm going to ask politely if you guys would go just check it out. Just check it out. And if this is the one fucking time that they get a shot and a couple people actually like their thing, that would be really, really cool. So go check it out if you want. You know, it's an old friend. He's not, I haven't even talked to this guy in probably 2 years. I owe him a dinner. I'm sure. We used to be very, very good friends, but our lives have taken pretty divergent paths. I didn't even know he had this until the other day. I've been waiting for a good time to drop it. So we got 13,000 people here. If even any of you go over, it'll be a huge boost to them. And I think that would be really, really cool if some people could give him some subscribers and check him out. I would love it. It would mean the world to me. So, but don't tell him. Don't like spam their comments about like that you came in. Don't do that. Just let it be. Just let it be. And I hope you find some enjoyment in their podcast. Really, one of my personal best friends from a long time ago, who's a really good guy. So, thank you for that. And also, sorry to piggyback that on Cult of Personalities / No World Order podcast. It's also there. Fuck, that was bad of me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your grift. Shit. Shermo says you have true and loyal fans. Yes, I do. Thank you, Shermo. Startup Lab says looking forward to American common law smackdown of England's jurisprudence. A big F you from your former subjects. That's right, England. Get raped. I mean, get fucked. Shit. Consensually. Get lovingly sexed, England. Oh, you guys are amazing. The numbers are just skyrocketing on their podcast. That is fantastic. We're almost at 1,000. Oh, 989. Come on, boost them over 1,000. That'll make their day. Oh, it'll be so awesome. That'll be so cool. Hardest thing you can do. The hardest thing you can do on the fucking internet is just get anybody to watch your shit. So that is awesome of you guys. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me. Thank you. I hope everything. I hope you like their product too. I mean, that's another thing I hope happens. But what a cool thing to do for their 100th episode coming out. So you guys are amazing. Amazing. Okay, Karen, but not a Karen McPherson says, "Hi Nick. Did you see the video of Johnny Depp getting a standing ovation last night at Prince Albert Hall? So good to see. Keep up the great work. You've got me through some really hard times." I did not see that, but it's true. It's true. And look, here's the thing. Let's say Johnny Depp never gets to Hollywood again, right? Let's say that happens. Then, man, buy some fucking tickets to Hollywood Vampires. Bring their band to your venue. Do it. Because if he doesn't win and if he doesn't get back in Hollywood, either of those two things, the way to do justice is through the community. Bring the band. Fill the seats over and over and over again. Here's the link one more time for anybody who missed it, because I know the chat's moving fast. Whoops. Screwed this one up. Let me remove that. There we go. Bob Piffle says, "You're the best, bro. Thank you." Hey, thank you, Bob. Serenity Salvador, thank you for the donation. Sword and Scale says, "The 20-minute clip I posted this morning from our Johnny Depp chat already has over 75,000 views. You're basically PewDiePie without the anti-Semitism." Well, Sword and Scale, how's it going, buddy? I will work on the anti-Semitism. We'll get it there. We'll get it there. Let me tell you about the Jews in the banking industry from a banking insider. I worked in the banks for several years, and we're going to talk today about usury. Banned. Oy vey. Dr. No, Dribbly Bob, not doctor, not Dr. I Bibbly Bob. Dribbly Bob says read that Stanhope write up or read that Stanhope write up, but also them Texas cops went inside and rescued their children at the same time blocked parents from saving theirs. No speculation. Proof has been admitted. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. The squid. Oh, wait, I got to read this one from Cynthia. Cynthia says, you seemed pretty flippin' fine with Harris being denied a gun via background check the other night. Hypocritical much? No, that's first of all, that's not hypocritical at all. Matthew Harris is barred by the court from possessing a firearm. So him being refused to purchase a gun is when he is correctly barred by the court. A court took the issue and ruled on it and said, no gun for you. Because he had a restraining order that said he was potentially violent, had made threats of violence that are actionable, and then received that restraining order. So that's the system. I don't know what the hypocrisy you perceive is. But rights are rights until you lose them, right? Like you lose your freedom of movement when you go to prison, right? Like you beat someone. You lose your freedom of speech when you go to prison too. You lose your right to vote when you go to prison. You lose a lot of things when you break the law. Matthew Harris sent out credible threats of violence, was adjudicated by a court with a restraining order, and then tried to buy a gun. He wasn't permitted to. The system worked. What is the problem with that? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. People do this. These like gotcha arguments on guns. But I don't know. The squid says my position on gun control is easy. The government drugged all of St. Louis in the 50s and 60s. The population was armed. Imagine what they do when everyone is disarmed. There you go. What's the difference between this and red flag laws? Red flag laws are presumptive, right? So red flag laws often have the confiscation of guns without a hearing, and then a fight to retrieve those guns later that costs tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. The prevention of purchasing a gun based on an existing restraining order that you have that you have notice and an opportunity to respond to is different from red flag. Red flag happens without notice and opportunity. They come, arrest you, remove your guns. That's red flag. Restraining order is issued. Typically, it's you have a limited amount of time to respond to an ex parte restraining order, in which point you can then argue and contest it. Usually fast. In Minnesota, if you respond within 5 days of the restraining order, you can have a hearing by the end of the week. If you don't, it'll take about a month, maybe a month and a half. But if you're responsive to the restraining order, you can respond. And that's your notice and opportunity. Red flag laws remove your notice and opportunity. You're presumptively unfit if they meet the formal criteria for filing the red flag. It's over. They come take your guns and they may take you in. And then you have to fight to get them back. That's the big difference. Ryan, the editor, with the wisdom. Red flag laws are the Me Too of the Second Amendment. Next, Spurgy, welcome to Paralegal Status. Thank you for joining me. JC says, in the Sussman trial, can the prosecution appeal a loss on the grounds of the judge allowing a biased jury? A prosecutor appealing a jury verdict is almost guaranteed to lose. Almost guaranteed to lose. There's usually no basis on which they can do it. I mean, they can preserve something for appeal and try, but a jury verdict, I mean, there's almost no grounds for it. It's really hard to even make the appeal. Jose Gonzalez, welcome to Paralegal Status. They haven't ruled on that yet, have they? Sussman's still going, right? Can you show your firearms on the show someday? Do you have a bolt pistol too? You cannot show, you're not supposed to have firearms on a live stream at all. Like in the background, okay, but you're really not supposed to have them and be handling them. YouTube is very, very concerned about people dying on stream. Yeah, Sussman's not done yet, so we'll see how that goes. But on a video, I could do it, or I could do it on locals. I plan to on locals. I plan to on locals very soon. Chair Coon is right there in my office, but needs to be out in my backyard getting a Viking funeral. So, AK guy and Demolition Ranch say otherwise. You're not. Maybe it's you're not supposed to fire them on a live stream. You can do it on a video, a recorded video, but not on a live stream. Andrew, I'm not even close to drunk as fuck. What are you talking about? Okay, next. Nick Ricada's big sexy nose says, look here, look, listen. Appearing offline does not effing stop it. So stop giving effing advice you know nothing about. Shout out my fellow finger sniffers, Sean Ranklin and Wings Chair, for holding it down. What does that mean? What is appearing offline does not effing stop it? What does that mean? I don't know. I missed it. Is that a DSP thing? Sounds like a DSP thing. Shout out Lumix. What up, Lumix? In Pomhio Hoye says, has anyone heard from Thomas Claire Binger? I have not. Look, Andrew Branca and I do plan to deliver a bunch of law of self-defense books to the Kenosha County Prosecutor's Office. Man, I hope Thomas Claire Binger is there. Oh, it's from Wings of Redemption. Yeah, Wings is a literal colossal fuck up. That's true. Bojangles Poonen, welcome to Paralegal. DOTD 87, welcome to Super Lawyer Status. Jonathan, I believe in gun control. If carrying, you should have enough control to hit what you're aiming at. Also, any thought on Ethan Klein's ban? My understanding is that Ethan Klein was not banned. He may have received a strike, but I thought the podcast was still up. Ethan Klein called for a bombing. Now, it wasn't an actual legal threat. Okay. He said, I think he said something along the lines of the NRA convention should be bombed, something like that. That's towing the line on YouTube's terms of service, and I think he knows it. But here's the thing. Should Ethan Klein be able to say that the NRA convention should be bombed? Yes. Yes, of course he should. Right? That's free speech. It's uncomfortable. Should he be able to call in a bomb threat? Should he make a threat of violence against them? No. Should he cause a panic? Should he do something to make them believe that there is violence about to happen that would cause them to shut down, to interfere with their right of quiet enjoyment? No. He should not be able to do those things. He should not be able to interfere with the NRA convention. But should he express that he doesn't like it, that he thinks some nebulous level of violence should occur? I mean, I know it's really, really uncomfortable and unpopular, but yes, he should. Even if he's a giant fucking cuckold, right? Even if he's a colossal pile of shit, he should still get that ability to say his opinion, because I have a feeling it's hyperbolic. I have a feeling it's not spoken in a true desire. He's not providing instructions and location and threats. He's not trying to interfere with the NRA convention. He's just saying, I don't like them. And for the record, I think the NRA can get fucked. Fuck them. I'm so sick of the capitulating bitches at the NRA, the worst defenders of the Second Amendment you could ask for. The ones who will self-fist and let their hand come out their ass and out their fucking mouth through their ass, covered in shit, and grab whatever the left will give them. Fuck the NRA. Fuck Wayne LaPierre. He can get clubbed to death for all I fucking care. These people are worthless to Second Amendment rights. They're very valuable to protecting the NRA. Fuck the NRA. No one should be bombed at all. Obviously, I won't even speak hyperbolically about that. But seriously, heartfelt, fuck the NRA. All right, next. Skyrim 96, if you want a funny video, watch Crowder's crew go undercover to a Beto rally while wearing I'm a Beto male t-shirts. But that's good. Dribbly Bob, Debbie, Dribbly Bob, welcome to Paralegal. Same with Ben, who is this, and Rose, RNCLNC. Thank you, guys. Debbie O, thank you for upgrading to lawyer status. I don't know why you guys do join on the YouTube memberships, but I appreciate it very much. Also, if you like memberships in general, ricadalaw.locals.com. You should go to ricadalaw.locals.com anyway and just follow for free. You don't have to pay anything, just so you always get a notification. And some of those notifications are for Locals exclusive live streams that are wildly different than here. And you can watch them. You can watch those Locals live streams. If you want to chat in them and participate, there is a membership fee, but you don't have to. You can just hang out. And we'd love having you there. We'd love having you join the community too. It's ricadalaw.locals.com. It's in the description. But if really that is a place that will always send you a notification when I'm going live. So check that out. Also, guys, if you like the stream today, click the like button, please. Please, I'm begging you, just click the like button. Just click the like button. Just click it. Just click it. Just click it. If we get to 6,000 likes, I'll do a shot of military special. How's that? Icy Brain says Memorial Day themed chat tonight. Recently started reading With the Old Breed by Eugene Sledge. He was a World War II Marine, giving an absolutely gripping personal account of fighting in the Pacific Theater. People should check it out. So that's With the Old Breed by Eugene Sledge. You guys are a ways away from 6,000 likes. I'm not drinking military special on Memorial Day without your help. Florida dad, I just heard there was a law tube drama. So who threw a bottle at Legal Eagle after his dog stepped on a bee? Not enough people, frankly. Not enough people. The sad thing is, whatever bastardized, weird conglomeration law tube is, Legal Eagle's still not invited. No one wants to captain the chess team on their fucking club. Angron the Red Angel says, I stopped buying most 40K stuff when Aaron Bowden had a hissy fit about Trump getting elected and called all Americans fascists. And when they went after Arch for an uncopyrightable medieval weapon name. Yeah, them going after Arch was stupid. I wish he would have fought back harder on that, personally. I like Arch, by the way. And going up against Games Workshop costs a fortune. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I should rephrase it. I wish Arch had the ability to fight back against that a little bit more, because it's some bullshit that they pulled. Rhonda Griffin, I was upset when Rottenborn tried telling the jury if they fine for Johnny Depp, then all domestic violence victims won't be believed because they're complicit with Johnny Depp. Yeah. Well, Rottenborn, he did his job, but his job made him into an asshole automatically. Dribbly Bob says, cheers to you, buddy. I'm a juggalo and happened to find you through the Depp trial, but I'm here for you now. Party on, Wayne. You are not a juggalo, right? Like, don't make me start singing, because look, if I get to that 6K likes and we're at 5901, if we get to that 6,000, I take a shot of military special, I might just start singing ICP songs. I'm not promising anything. I'm not threatening anything either, but it could happen. You can't be a real juggalo. That's not real. You can't be. I refuse to believe it. True Anonymous shop at a bad pressure pack have care. Fuck, you guys made 6,000. We're going to open the West Indies spiced rum. Military special. You guys are degenerate, horrible people for this. I am not going to forgive you for what you have done. Do you know how bad this is about to be? Do you think a plastic jug of military rum is going to taste good? I can feel myself going impotent as I pour this. Oh, fuck. It's very neutral on the nose. It's very neutral on the nose. I'm going to try. I don't have like an accurate shot measurer. This might be more. I've had worse. I've had worse. I got to give some credit. I've had way worse than that. But it isn't fucking good. Oh. Notes of gasoline? No, notes of regret. Notes of sadness. The aftertaste. The breath. The breath back is the worst. Oh, God. Oh. Ew. Whoever makes the liquor for the military should be fucking kneecapped to death and then just beaten in the street until they're dead. Oh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Breck. Breck says, I kept spice rum next to my barracks store on day off. If I got a knock, I splashed it on like aftershave. Captain Morgan for the win. I don't have Vecusum. I don't have any Malort to drink at 8K likes. Oh, God, it's awful. Military special is special. It's a special whiskey. True Anonymous Shop at a Bad Pressure, Bad Calf Care says, if you agree maps belong on walls, join Sword and Scale and listen to the newest Plus episode. Mike does amazing work. Guys, Sword and Scale is a fantastic podcast. Give it a shot. Darius Harvey, I'm going to sue you, fucker. Where the fuck did it go? Darius Harvey sent a large super chat. It just said another shot. How about I just finish what was left? It's about a half shot. I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I think it's very bad. Rum. Not good rum. I have good rum upstairs. This is bad rum. Oh. I said I wasn't drunk before, but I'm gonna get there pretty quick. Ah, God, it's awful. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, Will Brooks had the first of my first job since graduating from computer systems engineering. I haven't done it yet. I think you mean first day. But I want to propose to the girl I've had a crush on since grade 7. We're dating now, so it's not that weird. Please toast to Will and Heather. Can I drink something better? I won't go full quality. I'll go with his makers. Fuck. Guys, you've sent so many damn super chats. I don't know how to get to the meat of the show. We're still doing super chats and we're not even at unbreaded yet. Oh my God. You never drank on a budget? Nimgul, I did. It was when I drank on a budget, it was all just Smirnoff vodka. That's it. That's all I drank. Okay. To Will and Heather. To Will and Heather, but mostly Will. May you have the courage, the fortitude, and the absolute fucking balls it takes to ask the woman you love to stick with you for the rest of time. Women are strange and fickle beasts, and getting them to agree to that is a task worthy of laud and admiration. And may it work out only positively for you. along with your future endeavors, your burgeoning career. May there be a road of gold, a path of platinum laid before you. And may you pick up every brick on the way, buddy. Cheers. All right. Joshua says, please, shit. Please shill the remove Amber Heard as ACLU ambassador of women's rights. Change.org. It's at 43,000 out of 50,000 right now. It would be funny to see it pass 50,000 during the stream. Okay, let's see. Change.org. Remove Amber. Not from Aquaman 2. Here we go. I'll get the link. I'll get the link for 44,000. Here it is. A whole bunch of fucking spam in there. Let's see. I'll sign it. Sign the petition. Yeah, we'll display my name on there. Sign the fucking petition. Let's do it. Can you chip in $8 to get this petition on the agenda? What the fuck does that mean? I'll chip in $8. Here we go. I don't think I can share all of this. Let's do this. I'll chip in $8 to distribute this petition. Wait. So if I do $2,500, if I do $100, this thing will get a guaranteed 2,500 views. Well, I think I got to do that, right? Hold on, I gotta take this off. I don't want to dox. It's a scam? Don't get scammed? Don't do it. It's a scam? Libs pocket the money? Oh, fuck. Well, okay. I won't do it then. Here. Let me get rid of, hold on. Here we go. I'll show you. I'm going to not do it. I thought that'd be funny, but if it's a fucking scam, sorry, I can't chip in. There you go. I won't do it. We're getting way more than 2,500 views right now, right? Where the fuck did it go? Can we get rid of that? Go back to this fucking thing. There we go. Where are we? Oh, we're at 44,327. Let's hit 50,000. Let's do it. This fucking bitch can eat a mile of dicks for all I care. Fuck her. Fuck Amber Heard. Who's that guy? Fuck her right in the pussy. Where's that? God damn it. We need this man's help. We need this man's support. We need it. Here we go. Let me get my headphones in. Here we go. This is for Amber Heard. We need to do it.
The 3 victims were part of a CXS.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, get it, buddy. That's it.
The 3 victims were part of a CXS.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Woo. There you go. That's what we needed. We needed a champion of women's rights. Fuck Amber Heard. What a piece of shit she is. Okay. We've had a lot of laughs here. It's time to go over to Rumble. Haka Nui says, you must know that the drama from last week on YouTube was partly exploited by the mainstream media due to your success. Oh, of course. Of course it was. That's no surprise. Spam the link. I thought I did spam the link. Let me spam the link. There you go. There's the link again. Yes, of course, the mainstream media is very, very afraid of independent journalism in any way, and especially on this court stuff, because they had sole control over the narrative. They don't really care about the money. It's the narrative. They get to sculpt it, and now they're losing it. SC Medic 71 Nick, can I get a toast to my former sergeant, Thomas C. Ray, who lost his life in Baghdad, March 8th, 2022. No, wait. No. March 22nd, 2008. Sorry, I had to look. I've had a few. The drink has made me unable to read dates. To Sergeant Thomas C. Ray, a man who gave his life in service of his country. May his loved ones, may his family, may his girlfriend, wife, partner, whatever he had, may they mourn respectfully his loss. May they feel his loss as a man who had given them something worth losing. Cheers to him and his sacrifice. May his memory persist long after his body did. Cheers. Joe Schmo, 1 of 3, says, rum in honor of Jack Sparrow. Here's something for your copay for your next liver checkup. Thank you. Hakanui says, this is why we tune in. Drink it down, lol. No, why would you do this? SC Medic 71 says, could his attorney have addressed the First Amendment when Amber was on the stand? Yeah, I mean, they did. I mean, she's the one who, she mentioned her First Amendment defense on the stand. She brought it up. It wasn't very convincing. She's like, I have the right to defame someone. But, I mean, she did it at least. Hakanui says, there used to be a Belgian beer called Judas, which was 12% alcohol. It tasted nasty, but after the first pint, it was all good. Rumble username sucks says in Jack Sparrow voice, why is the rum always military special? It's a good question. Just a good question. Lady Ziploc, welcome to Paralegal. Blackwing02 says, what 2022 movie had the best practical effects and why is it Top Gun Maverick? I mean, the fact that they flew those motherfuckers around in the planes, and so when their faces are like from G-forces, that was real. That was cool. Hey, what's up, Runkle? How you doing, buddy? Runkle of the Bailey. Guys, listen, this man, Runkle, this Canadian, living under the thumb of Justin Trudeau, decided to fly to America to bring you guys reporting. He sleeps on the street like a resident of San Francisco. To bring you reporting live from the courtroom is an admirable and commendable thing, even though he's a filthy knife ear. We love the heck out of him here. I'm doing pretty well, Runkle. I'm a little bit tossed. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit tossed. Had a couple too many, and we've got more to go. It's going to make that 7:45 a.m. come so soon. That's okay. We love things that come early because it means less work for us. You know what I mean. Trinity of the Phoenix says, what do you think of Castro? Trudeau, I think. Freezing pistol market in California. Oh, wait, what? Or in Canada. Wait, California? Who's Castro? Who the fuck is Castro? Funny how Brandon talks about 9mm being unreasonable to own at the same time, don't you think? Also, maybe Shapiro is willing to consider Johnny for a role. Cheers. I think Johnny Depp should try and get a mainstream Hollywood role before he goes to Daily Wire. Drunk enough to take your shirt off yet? Oh, Mandy, no. Look, I'm 40. I'm 40. I know. Look. I've heard from C. Goody. About the potential, but I will not be taking my shirt off here. Sorry. I'm not drunk enough to ever not be 40. How's that? We've seen your chunky belly. Oh, it's so, I'm such a fucking dad. Through and through. I haven't done a sit-up in like 18 years. Nina Infinity, how you doing? Welcome. I know Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son. I just didn't know if it says CA. I don't know if that's Canada or California. I mean, they're basically the same. Kalinka Pavlova says, I sent you a Twitter DM of a poem us Kiwis and them Aussies, fake country, reference each year for our version of Memorial Day and Zach Day. I know you get a million DMs, but would you please read it aloud for the chat? Kalinka, where'd you send it to me? On Discord? I'll gladly do so. Or did you send it on Twitter? It looks like on Twitter. I don't see it on Discord, so hold on. Fuck me. There it is. Okay, so here's the poem. Okay. God of our fathers, known of old, Lord of our far-flung battle line, beneath whose awful hand we hold dominion over palm and pine. Lord God of hosts, be with us yet, lest we forget. So there you go. Thank you to Kalinka Pavlova for sharing the fake country of Australia's, and the real country of New Zealand's poem that they reference for Memorial Day. Brandon James, the red flag isn't all red. It has a little gold hammer and sickle in the corner. That's true. CH, hey, Nick. Thanks for all you do, and more importantly, all you don't do. I love you, no homo. I don't have any liquor, so time to power through some beer. Good luck, brother. I've got that liquor belch coming up. It's great. You have a super chat problem. I have many problems. This is one of them. It's the best problem in the world to have. CH, hey, Nick. Thanks for all you do. Wait, I read that one. Adam K, hey, Nick. Thanks for all the laughs. Been watching since before Rittenhouse. I do photography in the fake country that got BTFO'd by emus. If you like any of my photos, I'd love to print for you my Instagram. I'm going to throw it into my Instagram. I'll check it out, buddy. Check it out. Adam Kelly Photography. Adam_Kelly_photography. Follow you up. Dude, these are sick photos. What the fuck? What is wrong with you people who can take pictures that are good? I just take shit pictures with a phone. These are actually competent. Damn it. You know what? Adam K, remind me later. I'm going to find you my best nature photograph of all time. I'll send it to you. Renee Villarreal says people should be allowed to be stupid. They are. They are, and they always should be. Renee also says, didn't the NRA start off by fighting for gun control? I don't know if they did, but look, when Wayne LaPierre went and blamed a school shooting on video games, I wanted him to be violated by the south end of a Magnum wine bottle. Ever since he did that, that motherfucker, Wayne LaPierre, Wayne LaPierre can get fucking wrecked. I hate that guy. What a piece of shit he is. Look, so the argument was the person didn't do this, the gun did. And Wayne LaPierre said, no. The gun didn't do it. The video game did. Motherfucker. Wayne LaFagiere. What the fuck are you talking about? 1 billion people play video games every day and they don't go shoot up a school or a concert or a movie theater. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking cunt. Yeah, if you don't know that, by the way, that was Wayne LaPierre's argument. Well, it wasn't the person and it wasn't the gun. It was the video game that caused the person to go murder people. Fuck the NRA. Fuck them with a fist sideways. And fuck Wayne LaPierre. I despise these people. Imagine taking so many people's money under the premise of protecting rights. You go ahead and shit on the First Amendment in preservation of the Second. By the way, Wayne LaPierre and the NRA don't support the Second Amendment. They don't actually support the Second Amendment. There are so many organizations that are much better defenders of the Second Amendment than the NRA. The NRA supports bullshit like, well, some people like guns for hunting. Fuck you. You know why I have a gun? Because I want one. Never hunted a thing in my life. But I might have to hunt commies in the future. So I get a fucking gun because I just want one. I don't care if I'm shooting plates in the backyard. I don't care if I'm firing it into the air like a fucking Arab going, blam, 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 blam. Fuck you, Wayne. I can have a gun for whatever I want because it's mine. Because the right belongs to me. It was given to me by fucking God, not you. Fuck the NRA. So fucking tired of fake rights defenders. Well, we'll defend rights, but only a compromise of them. No, fuck you. Anyway, back to it. Tracy 3, welcome to Paralegal Status. Logan Orr, U.S. Marine Corps vet, spent the day in a national cemetery talking to Gold Star families. It's pretty rare that I cry, but I absolutely lost it talking to one of the 13 killed in Afghanistan's families. I really hate our current government. Logan, you did a service to the country, but much, much more important, you did a service to those families. A service that will not be given to them by their government and means infinitely more from you. Cheers, buddy. Fellwind. The plastic taste of regret, a toast to the hardest working liver on YouTube. Thank you. Things I've found on vintage media. Ola Kyle, how's it going? I'll read yours in just a second. Shit. Frederick Little, you motherfucker. I just read yours. Oh, fucking hell. Things I found on vintage media says if anyone likes random stuff, I upload things I find on VHS and Betamax tapes. From old commercials to Saturday morning cartoons to cheesy safety videos to exercise routines and more. That's things I found on vintage media. Things I found on vintage media. Dude, we might need to partner. I've talked about this before, but this was 400,000 subscribers ago. You guys may not know this, but I have something that's very special. I have all of the NASA footage through the Mercury missions, and I think through some of the Apollo missions on reel-to-reel tape with accompanying vinyl for the audio, because that's how old this shit is, and cassette when they finally invented those. I have all this, all of NASA's footage. It's from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Is it copyrighted? I don't know. I own the material like it's mine. I seriously, it's like it's a box, and it's from Dell. Like it's in a, or not Dell, Gateway. It's in a Gateway computer box, but it weighs like 130 pounds. It's all these fucking records, all of these reel-to-reel tapes. And I have an 8mm projector for it. It's before the moon landing. This is all like, this is early stuff. I said all the Mercury missions and all that shit. Like I just have it. I got it. I'm sitting in college in my physics class, right? And my professor used to work at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Super nice guy, great guy. And I'm a writing major, but I'm in physics because I like physics. I find it interesting. And he says, "Hey, I have all this footage from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory that worked with NASA to to do all these missions from like the, from the earliest days of the space flight. Does anybody want it? All you have to do is bring up a car and I'll load it in your trunk." And I look around and no one raises their hand. Not a single person. And I go, "I'll take it." So I have it. I have all this stuff. They're going to just get rid of it. So people are saying I should I don't know. Like, it's digitizing it all would cost a fortune. I should probably do it though, right? Like, that'd be fun. But yeah, what I wanted to do is get like Ancient Aliens to come out, right? And just hang out with me. Like, I could meet the guy, right? Like the Ancient Aliens guy, and we could just watch through all this fucking footage and see if there's any cool, like, random shit that they caught on camera. Cause I don't know. I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of stuff. That there's got to be something in there that's got a fucking alien in it. So I have all this stuff, things I found on Vintage Media. If you ever want to figure out a way to collab on that, I mean, I've got it. This is as vintage as fuck. You literally have to sync up. You have to sync up a record player to get the audio with this reel-to-reel video. Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Jason Schreiner says, "Is it Phillips? Dean's family gives us most of the worst." I don't know what that even means. Frederick Little, "I won't forget about your super chat. I'm almost there. You son of a bitch." Squizgar says, "Curious, can the Rackets make a story so lame even he cannot toast it?" No, it's impossible. I can toast anything. Try me. Try me, Squizgar. Poorly redacted. You said you buy all Games Workshop games in the hopes they finally get it right. Can you elaborate on the thought process? I have the opposite opinion, abstaining from buying content from garbage anti-consumer companies as punishment. This is unique to Games Workshop, okay? Games Workshop was dying. And they did this really, really incredible thing. They made the Games Workshop license effectively free to any channel or to anybody that wanted it, to any developer, game developer that wanted it. The trade-off, liquor burps, hold on. The trade-off was that they would have control over the IP. And they would exercise very strict and swift control over the IP. So you could, like anybody could license Warhammer 40K, but they all had to get approval on any lore from Games Workshop. And thus, Dawn of War 1 was created. One of the best fucking games ever made. Hands down. Dawn of War 1 is one of the best games ever made. And that started with this license agreement. Then it started blowing up all over, and you got tons and tons of stuff. You got Eternal Crusade, you got Space Marine, you got you got some bullshit. You got the Dark Arena or whatever, which was like a MOBA game that ended up being fucking bad. But you also got Total War, Warhammer 1, 2, and 3. You got all these things from this licensing agreement that they had. And I support the move. It was a bold and risky strategy, and it literally brought Games Workshop out of bankruptcy. I know people who are putting together a proposal to buy Games Workshop, like a legit proposal to assume their debt because they were way underwater and buy the company. And instead, they licensed to everybody who wanted it. And they got some good hits. They got some bad hits, but they got really good ones. Vermintide 2 are great. Darktide's going to be fucking awesome. This was a balls move, and I love that. So with that, I recognize what they did, what they risked, and what they sacrificed with their IP. And I say, I buy all the 40K games I can find because I want the good ones to profit. With that, I have not bought Chaos Gate yet, but I will. I just haven't had time to play it, so I haven't bought it yet, but I will buy it. I bought all the shitty ones. I bought Aeronautica Imperialis. I bought the Orc flying game, which was absolute fucking garbage. I bought Necromunda, which was a middling game that I thought ended up being kind of weak, but it was at least middling for a while. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I do. I have the ability to do that, right? I get to write off purchases of Warhammer games as business expenses because I stream them online. And so for me, I can do that. Not everybody can. That's just my philosophy. I'm not saying everybody should. It's just how I do it. And by the way, Space Marine 2 coming out, I can't fucking wait. Can't fucking wait. Did you play the Mordheim game? Found that to be pretty fun. I never played it. I bought it. Bought all the Blood Bowls. Anyway, here we go. Brian Morrison says, you asked for it, so stop complaining. Love you. Keep doing what you do. Never change. Thank you. Thank you. Frederick Little. Here's another $100 for you to do another shot. Nick, cheers. Frederick, I don't need this in my life. Veteran, Psyker, Ogren, or Zealot? Veteran. Psychers are witches and they should be burned. They should either be burned at the stake or they should be burned at the grace of, or to preserve the grace of the Emperor. Frederick Little, to you, buddy. I don't think I'm going to drink this whole thing because, you know. At least it's better than fucking military special. Ola Kyle says, abracadabra. Wait. We'll do it in auto-tune. Just to hurt Mandy. Abracadabra, boom shaka-day. I'm Violent J and I'm back like a vertebrae. And I come with a hat full of tricks, trunk full of Fago, car full of fat chicks. No, How do you cannot quote the great Malenko on this show, motherfucker. You can't do it. You cannot do it. I'm J and I ain't no bitch. Tom Earl, welcome to paralegal status. Corolla C, welcome to paralegal status as well. Leon's Law, yo Nick, I've been in Twitter appeal limbo for the last 2 weeks. In the words of Ethan Klein, somebody should bomb that place. Fuck Twitter and fuck their appeals. I used to be able to sing or recite. It's not really singing. Fucking so many ICP songs. I'll have you know, as a bit of a juggalo myself back in high school. Back to reality. Your son's on crack, and your daughter's got nut stains on her back. Romo Drummer, did you see that there's a rumor that Johnny Depp might be in Beetlejuice 2? Look it up. I'm not going to look it up. I'll take your word for it. Sounds good. Fuck. Mademoiselle Buell. Hi from France. Bonjour. Bonne nuit, as it were. Wait, for me, it's bonne nuit. For you, it's bonjour. You learn me a lot about U.S. law. Give me lots of fun. Thanks. Survivor of domestic abuse. I wish pure truth will be pure justice. Heartbeat. May you cheer as I hardly try to have a baby. I raise my tea, ogling my guy's mega pint beer. Long live Ricada Law. Viva Mademoiselle Buell. Fuck. How much French do I remember? Vous êtes adorable. Et je suis très fucking hell. Oh, my French is gone. I need to go back to Tahiti or France. Je suis très appreciate vos donations. God bless. God bless. I can't remember the French. I'm too drunk. Cheers to you. I'm going to try and make it back to France in 2024 for the reopening of Notre Dame. Army Artilleryman. My wife and I have been here since the trials start, which is bad since we both work nights. Finally, we can sleep after this is over. Just want to say thank you for the laughs, the toasts, and look forward to many more streams. Thank you, Army. Ola Kyle. What are you guys doing? Stop sending me these super chats. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Ola Kyle says, speaking of photography, can I get a toast for quitting my corporate job of 17 years to do photography full time? I'd love you in the chats. Follow at Kyle Long Photography on Instagram. Thank you for all that you do. Fuck. Kyle Long. Kyle Long Photography. There you are, brother. Following you back. Following you. Wait, you already have 15,000 followers on Instagram? What, did you get a titty picture of a celebrity? What the fuck? Nice job. These are good photos, man. Holy shit. You know what? I hate photographers. Leave it to a photographer. You go and you're like, oh, I take a good picture. And then you look at a photographer's page and you're like, well, I'm going to put a bullet through my brain right now. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle Long, you piece of shit. But anyway, cheers. Cheers to you, man. In all honesty, outside of the quality of your work, may you find fulfillment in working for yourself. It should be the dream of every American to find their lot and to exploit it for solely their own gain. May the wealth and goodwill of customers shower upon you, brother. Cheers. Callenshaw Indie Games. I bought some Lafroig. I bought some Lafroig to 1, see if I still hate it, and 2, prove my friend who calls every whiskey Scotch that he's wrong. He hated it. I haven't had it in 5+ years and love it now. Any Isla Scotch recommendations? Oh, Callenshaw Indie Games. I got you, brother. First of all, you got to get yourself a Lagavulin 16 as a baseline. Then get yourself a Lagavulin 12. Costs about $40 more than a 16, but trust me, it's worth it. The Lagavulin 12 is, it is all that oil and spice and fire that you need. Then get yourself a Bowmore 15-year darkest. Don't fucking skimp. Don't get a Bowmore 12. What's wrong with you? Find a 15-year darkest. It is a magical Isla whiskey with a dark chocolate finish after the smoke, which is great. And then get yourself finally, an Ardbeg Ergodile. It's good. Very good. Talisker 10-year. Do not buy that Talisker Storm bullshit. That's what they piss and shit in. Buy the Talisker 10-year. There you go. Those are your recommendations. Isla Scotches are the best. No other Scotch should exist. RN Rules says, sorry, I said fuck you on locals. It was not directed at you. However, it was very rude of me. So sorry. Wait, did you say? I didn't see that, did I? I don't think you said that. I didn't see it, RN Rules. And even if you said it, you're on my locals. Look, if you want to pay me $5 a month on locals to say fuck you, I'll take it. I'll take it all day. I love you. I'll take the fuck you as like a proposition. I'll have to turn you down because I'm a man for Lady Rackets and Lady Rackets alone. But that being said, if you want to say it, go, by all means, go ahead. Trollertarian says Nick sent a super earlier, and it would mean the world to me if you read it with your own style and even a dry cheers. Here we go. I found it. Trollertarian. Thank you for the coverage. Memorial Day shout out to Grandpa Kurt. Served on the USS Wintle in World War II. We miss him. End the damn wars. Salute. Well, I think that deserves a little bit of whiskey, right? I think that. Bot Mike Hawk, Balvenie, Portwood, Doublewood, or Caribbean cask. You'll not be sorry. Balvenie's good. It is very good. I prefer the Caribbean cask to the Doublewood. They're all very good. All right. Here, let's do this. To Trollertarian's Grandpa Kurt. A man who served on the USS Wintle, a man who served in World War II, one of the most impactful wars and also one of the most devastating wars in human history. A scale of destruction and loss unforeseeable and unforeseen and unknowable at the time it happened. He will forever be missed, but may his memory, may his legacy, may his lessons, and may his humility be transferred onto his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, as it were. Though they may never know him personally, may they know him through their parents and grandparents. Cheers to Kurt. Cheers to you, buddy. Finally, Jeremy WM says, since it's photography night, would love a shout out to my Instagram. live_free_run_far. Your night streams are the best. Fuck me. How many Instagrams am I following tonight? Can't type. Hold on. Live free, run fart from Jeremy Martin. Following you back. National Geographic award-winning photographer. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Dude, these pictures are insane. Look at this shit. You know what, you motherfucker? I got to show this. Like when I talk about insane pictures, when I talk about these people being fucking ridiculous, look at what this is. Like legitimately look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. What the fuck is this? Oh, cool. Look, everything I've ever done in my entire life just makes me want to eat cyanide now. Thanks. Thanks, you fucking cunt. What is that? Anyway. Fuck you, heartfelt. That's live_free_run_far. He has a bunch of other photos. I know you don't like I know some people are saying Photoshop or whatever. Look at this. Look at this picture of the fucking moon. Look at that picture. Good Christ, man. Holy shit. Dude, bruh. Fucking, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Look at what I hate everything about my life. Thank you. So there you go. So you can check him out. live_free_run_far. There you go. Dude, some of these pictures are insane. I want to. If I ever meet you in person, make sure you tell me who you are so I can punch you in the goddamn mouth right with my fist. Fuck off. Holy shit. Holy shit. Dude, there's some. Look at this. I can't even get over this. You've got me drunk, and now I'm looking at this. And look, people will say that this is Photoshop. This is not actually Photoshopped. This is a long exposure photograph of the Milky Way. This is how they turn out when you have a long exposure and you have a rotation correcting camera, right? You need the two things. You need the camera on a mount that will rotation correct so you don't get these lines, because this is long fucking exposure. This is probably a 3 to 5 minute exposure photo. But when you get 3 to 5 minutes of exposure and you have a mount that compensates for that exposure, so it rotates slightly with the rotation of the Earth, you get this. You can find it. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing to see that. So yes, there's equipment involved, but I mean that doesn't matter. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. I've taken some nature shots with my camera, but I don't have the mount that does the rotation of the Earth that compensates. So you get longer than about a 5-second exposure, and you get lines in the stars, and whatever. Fantastic pictures. Everybody who has talked about their fucking gay Instagram tonight has been ridiculous. Ridiculous. So Nick, I can't believe you believe the Globe hoax. Look, wait a minute. Do you think I believe in globes just because stars have lines behind them? If you go over time, we're on a disc spinning on fucking Bad Boy Bill's DJ table, motherfucker. You still get lines on stars. What are you talking about? You don't need a globe for that. You just need a disc. How many hours before the verdict comes today? I pray not that many. I'm going to be I'm probably going to show up to the stream fucking tossed. Okay, here we go. Fucking hell. Stock show suckers. Thank you for the donation. And Goober Gabber says a friend of mine was battling cancer up until a week ago. May I request a toast for the loss of a terrible sickness and my friend Comatose, who walked from battle claiming victory as a healing man. As a healed man? Cheers to Comatose. If I understand this chat right, a man who defeated cancer, who was healed, a man who is the story we always want to hear in the battle against nature's punch card. May Comatose be an inspiration, a lesson, and a model for us all. Cheers to you, buddy. All right. Okay, I'm fucking tossed. Should we do this? I hate you guys sometimes. Let's see how fast we can go through this. 17 pages of ACLU filings. We still got to do unbreaded. I know. I don't know if I can do any more liquor tonight. There's too much liquor for a night stream. But I told you I had a fucking gay weekend, so. All right, so here's this thing. This is in New York. This is Johnny Depp versus the ACLU. Now, this was a specific case to force the ACLU to testify in the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case because they didn't want to do it. This is filed in 2021. You can see that here. 2021 is when this case was filed. They won. They forced the ACLU to produce documents and a corporate representative. They did not force the ACLU to produce the person who Amber Heard's team was talking to. They lost. They lost on that. Now the ACLU, the American Cucks, the American Cucks love undecheese. That's the ACLU. Those fucking faggot cunts have decided to sue or motion, I guess, Johnny Depp for their fees related to their production of documents. And I can't say faggot enough. We're past 2 hours. Faggot, faggot, faggot. Fuck the ACLU. I hope they catch on fire. I hope they get fucked right in the ass and they love it and then hate it because it gets too rough and too dry. And I hope the anal fucking lesions that the ACLU suffers get infected and they die in a fucking hospital. Fuck the ACLU. Fuck you. You sold all of us upriver for wokeness. You used to defend rights and now you defend lefts only. Fuck the ACLU. fucking hope they die. I hate all of them. Every lawyer who works for the ACLU now, you're all fucking cucks. You're compromised, and may you get fisted into death. Fuck you. You took your JD and you sold it for a bill of lies. Fuck you. If you work for the ACLU, I hope you get herpes of the mouth, anus, and penis at the same time. I hope your ears inflame from toxoplasmosis as you eat cat shit out of your own litter boxes. You fucking cunts. Die. Die, all of you. You fuckers. You defend this corrupt bullshit organization that used to represent rights and sold all of us out for those sweet, sweet donation dollars. Fuck the ACLU. Fuck you. Fuck you in the mouth, and then in the ass, and then back in the mouth with shit on the dick that fucked you. God, I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them. I went to, you have to understand, I went to a cybersecurity meeting, a very secretive one. It's all communists. Literally everybody there is a fucking commie, right? These are people opposing the Dakota Access Pipeline. They're opposing everything. These are fucking communists through and through. And here I am, me and Soder. Soder. Soder's my Discord admin. Soder and I are sitting there, and we walk into this place, and he goes, hey, quick, turn off your fucking phone immediately. So turn off my phone. We go through this. It was great. It's fun event. And I meet an ACLU, not a lawyer, mind you, but an ACLU representative who's there. They're all about literal communism. They have not been about rights in probably 25 years at least. They don't care. They've gone woke. They have sold your rights for a slice of that communist pie, buddy. Look, the communist pie is pretty fucking big. I'll give you like a 16th of a slice, maybe a little bit less, when you get down to it. They ate that communist pie. They love it. They don't care about rights ever again. They're done. They're compromised. They're bullshit. Fuck the ACLU. Okay, anyway, Johnny Depp sued them to try and get them to force them to, because they didn't want to produce documents and they didn't want to produce a person to do this. So let's take a peek at what's going on in this case. ACLU, Benjamin Wisner and Anthony Romero respectfully submit this memorandum of law in support of their motion for production expenses of $86,000, $253.26. $86,253.26, which were incurred in complying with 3 non-party subpoenas Deuces Tecum, served by petitioner John C. Depp II. So these fucking cunts, they were asked to produce documents. They produced the documents only after being forced to, and they now want a shitload of fees. Hold on, let me find the fucking document. Here it is. So here's their justification for fees. Take a peek at it. So here's their summary of expenses. Michael Schwartz, senior associate, 40 hours, almost 38.70 at $800 an hour. So he merited $30,940. Charlotte Allen, a junior associate, 78.60 hours at $500 an hour. This is a junior associate, not a junior partner, junior associate. $39,315.72. Oleg Gorlik, litigation support manager, 17 hours and 10 seconds and a measly $336.20 an hour. Does your work merit $336 an hour? He's a litigation support manager. This is not a partner lawyer. $5,749.22. And Juan Alvarez, a litigation support analyst, not even a manager, someone who takes anal all day long, 31 hours, $300 an hour, $9,151.20. So this is what they're after, right? That's how they come up with this number, 86,253.26. Preliminary statement: the ACLU non-party seek reimbursement for the considerable expense spent responding to the onerous subpoenas served by Mr. Depp from an underlying action in which neither the ACLU nor any of its employees are parties. Fuck you! The ACLU, what they did, they're not parties because suing the ACLU is a suicide pact with the court, because courts and judges are still fucking cucked to the ACLU. They still believe that they're an organization of merit. Fuck them. These fucking faggots, they conspired to defame a man. They conspired with Amber Heard's attorneys. They worked with him to defame a man to the maximum extent possible with the least legal exposure they could muster. Fuck these people. They fucking are complicit. They did this. Johnny Depp didn't sue them, which is smart. If he had sued the ACLU, he would have gotten fucked 10 ways to Tuesday. He should not have done it. But they still are complicit. Happy fucking accomplices to Amber Heard in defaming a man by lying about it, by knowing they knew they lied. They knew it was about him. They crafted this thing so that it would not come back on them, and it still fucking did. And now they want a get out of jail free card. Oh, well, we had to preserve all this stuff. We had to respond to all this stuff. We had to have lawyers look at it. Fuck you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You weren't representing Amber Heard. There's no attorney-client privilege. Fuck you. The reality is they knew what they were doing. They knew they were defaming someone, and they did it anyway. In the name of wokeness, the ACLU did this. First, Mr. Depp served broad document requests that resulted in a review of over 7,500 documents and a production of nearly 2,000 documents. Second, ACLU produced 3 witnesses, including its executive director, for over 16 hours of depositions. Not long enough. Fuck you, you cunts. Along the way, Mr. Depp rejected numerous compromises to minimize the burden and expense ACLU and its employees. Those compromises would have not gotten him the testimony he needed at trial. Because, of course, without the testimony at trial, the compromise is worthless. It's a suicide pact. I'll pay you for what I don't need. Fuck off, ACLU. ACLU non-parties have now given Mr. Depp all the discovery he sought. Good. Why did it take you so long? While they cannot get back the significant time they spent responding to Mr. Depp's subpoenas and disruption to their work. What's the ACLU's work this day? What fucking cunt are they gobbling to ruin a man today? What Second Amendment are they ignoring today? What First Amendment right is the ACLU compromising today? The answer, my friends, is all of the above and all of them. Fuck the ACLU. The production expenses here include the amounts billed by outside counsel's attorneys to review documents and prepare a privilege log. The amounts, there's no privilege. Amber Heard is not your fucking client, you fucking coward cunts. The amounts billed by outside counsel's technical staff to organize documents and prepare them for production, and modest data hosting fees. New York law recognizes each of these categories as recoverable production expenses. Sort of. Mr. Depp has known from the outset that the ACLU non-parties intended to seek reimbursement for their production expenses. And the expenses incurred are a direct consequence of his broad document requests, which cover a lengthy time period. Call for documents maintained in disparate departments of the ACLU. Oh, well, we have them in disparate departments. Hey, fuck off, cunts. Fuck you. What, disparate departments? Disparate departments? I hope you get fisted by razor wire. And require an extensive privilege review there's no privilege. Amber Heard was never your client. Never your client. You know she wasn't your client, you fucks. By seeking all communications about the underlying litigation itself. For these reasons, the court should direct Mr. Depp to reimburse the ACLU non-parties for $86,000. The worst part of this is they may win. They may win this. That's the worst part of this. Background proceedings arose from an acrimonious defamation lawsuit between Depp and Heard, blah, 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 blah. Depp's document and deposition subpoenas 2 years after suing Miss Heard in Virginia. Depp served 6 foreign subpoenas on the ACLU non-parties. Foreign because they're from Virginia into New York. Seeking documents and testimony from the ACLU. Mr. Wisner, an attorney in the ACLU's Speech, Privacy, and Technology Project. Ms. Romero, the ACLU's executive director. The 3 document subpoenas sought documents on numerous broad subjects. For example, the subpoenas include requests for all documents concerning donations from Ms. Heard to the ACLU. Yep. That shouldn't have been a long list, you fucking liars. All documents concerning publicity and press releases about Ms. Heard's donations. All documents concerning the preparation of the op-ed. All communications with Ms. Heard or her representatives concerning their relationship between Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp. Where's the privilege? Has anybody found any privilege yet? And all communications with Ms. Heard or her representatives about the Virginia action, among other topics. None of this is privileged. The ACLU does not, presumably, represent Amber Heard. So what's the privilege review? Why do you need a senior associate from another firm to come in and privilege review it? She's not your client, mate. She never was. Moreover, Mr. Depp's request sought documents spanning a 6-year period from January 1st through the present. The corporate representative subpoena demanded testimony on a similarly broad range of topics. ACLU non-parties served written responses and objections in which they indicated they by the way, this is part of their expenses. They objected to it. They lost. Indicated they intended to seek reimbursement for their production expenses. ACLU non-parties also agreed to conduct a targeted collection of documents that concern the approval, conception, preparation, and publication of the op-ed, which was the subject of Mr. Depp's suit against Ms. Heard. Mr. Depp rejected this compromise. Yeah, because you didn't give him the data he asked for, you fuckers. And moved to compel compliance with all of the document requests in the subpoenas, as well as to require 3 depositions. Of course he did. Of course he fucking did. They did not provide what he asked. So he demanded the court to compel production of what he asked. After reviewing Mr. Depp's motion, which emphasized his questions about Mr. Heard's donations to the ACLU non-parties offered to stipulate to the pertinent facts concerning those donations, which would have eliminated the need for additional document collection and review on the topic. This is called legal extortion. Mr. Depp declined this compromise too. Court granted Mr. Depp's motion in part and ordered nearly full compliance with the 6 subpoenas. Gee, why the fuck did he reject your compromise, you fucks? Oh, because he would win on the motion. He would win. They had to almost fully comply because he won. Because what they wanted to give him wasn't enough, and then he won, and he got it. Document production depositions. ACLU conducted their document collection in 2 phases. Blah, 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 blah. Boring, boring, boring. Let's get to the fucking legal arguments. Production expenses. ACLU non-party seeks $85,156.59 in fees. This isn't covered by the statute, by the way. This is the trick. This is what the ACLU is asking for, but it's not in the statute. And $1,096 in costs incurred in responding to the 3 document subpoenas for a total of $86,253.26. The requested fees consist of 117.3 hours of work by a senior associate and a junior associate. I showed you that earlier. Most of which was conducted by the junior associate. And 48.1 hours of work by 2 members of outside counsel's technical litigation support team. While all work was supervised by a litigation partner, the ACL did not seek reimbursement for any of her time. Oh, very, very polite of them. Very polite to not seek reimbursement for the senior partner's time. For the 2 associates, they seek reimbursement for the time spent reviewing documents. Do not seek reimbursement for outside counsel's time spent discussing document collection. They're trying to mitigate. Look, whenever you make these things, you try and eliminate as much as is reasonably eliminable, right? You say, oh, well, I'm not asking for this. I'm only asking for the reasonable stuff. Everything, we're very reasonable here. All the stuff we're asking for is presumptively reasonable. Everything unreasonable, we got rid of. So let's get to the fucking legal argument. So here's the thing. We got it. Argument. Pursuant to CPLR 3111 and 3122D. The reasonable production expenses of a non-party witness shall be defrayed by the party seeking discovery. See also Tenor versus Kramer. Let's take a look at that. I can't type. Hold on. You guys got me fucking tossed. Here we go. Let's see what the result is. Plaintiff appeals from an order of the Supreme Court, New York County, entered September 14, which denied her motion to hold non-party New York University Langone Medical Center in contempt for failing to comply with the judicial subpoena, and from an order the same court and justice entered September 24th, which transferred the action to the civil court. Let's get to the conclusion. What do we have here? Denied plaintiff's motion to hold non-party NYU in contempt for failing to comply with the judicial subpoena. Should be reversed on the law without cost, and the matter remanded to the Supreme Court for a hearing on whether the information plaintiff seeks is inaccessible and hence whether NYU has the ability to comply with the subpoena. The order of the same court and justice entered September 24th that sua sponte transferred the action to civil court should be reversed on the law without cost and the order of transfer vacated. All concur. Okay, so here we have the first. This you'll find. Reasonable production expenses of a non-party witness shall be defrayed by the party seeking discovery. Let's find it. Let's find it. Here we go. It's worth mentioning that CPLR 3111 and 3122D require the requesting party to defray the reasonable production expenses of a non-party. Accordingly, if the court finds after the hearing that NYU has the ability to produce the data, the court should allocate the cost of this production to plaintiff and should consider whether to include in that allocation the cost of disruption to NYU's normal business operations. Should consider this. In this latter consideration, the court should also take into account that the plaintiff waited 1 year before sending the subpoena and preservation letter. So they're trying, I know this is thick legal stuff, and I'm really, really drunk. This is important. Okay? Don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. If I close my eyes, I spin. If you read this, they're saying that reasonable production expenses of a non-party witness shall be defrayed by the party seeking discovery. Costs, not fees. Okay, you have two expenses in court, right? You have costs, which is the cost of producing a thing. It took me 8,000 sheets of paper at 5 cents a sheet, right? That's a math formula. 8,000 sheets of paper, 5 cents a sheet. That's the cost. Sheet, ink, time, boom, you got it. Fees are different. Fees are attorney time multiplied by their rate. So if you have an $800 an hour attorney at 10 hours, you have $8,000, right? Simple. Very simple. Yeah. Fees are not costs, neither of which are expenses. So this is the ACLU problem. They're trying to conflate production expenses with production fees because the cost, which is a different category, by the way, the cost of producing these documents is $1,000. The fees are $85,000. Whoops. New York law requires the requesting party to defray the reasonable production expenses of a non-party. This isn't defined. You'll have to trust me on this because I'm not going to pull it up, but I went through Westlaw. I looked for reasonable production expenses in New York under this rule. Doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not a real thing. What they try to argue is that reasonable production expenses includes fees, attorney fees, as well as costs. But remember, attorney's fees in this instance are $85,000 and costs are about $1,000. They're about $1,000. That's a disparate outcome. Okay. I'm going to play the Peeing Wasted Lawyer song because I have to go to the bathroom. I know 90% of you are going to leave because you think I'm quitting the show. I will be back. I just really have to piss and I may need to grab some food because I'm fucking tossed out of my mind. So here we go. Here we go. Don't leave.
He drank a fair bit and then realized that his bladder can't handle the liquor inside, leaving us with his chair while he runs up the stairs, hoping the stream doesn't suddenly die. While we are waiting, we'll be laughing at you. The drinking along is what most of us do. The chat is united, getting excited. What you have for us when your feeling is through. When you have a small bladder and no sphincter control, freedom of liquor doesn't mean freedom from soaking your drawers. Now you're washing your hands and you realize that you've forgotten to scrub both the front and the back. Then you'll grab a quick bite, kiss your lady goodnight, and remember remember to thank her for all of the snacks. Whoa, water will cure your hangover. Oh, drink some when the stream is over. When you have small bladder and no sphincter control, freedom of liquor doesn't mean freedom from soaking your drawers. Soaking your drawers.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Walking up and down the stairs was a tragedy. I need sustenance in my body. I didn't eat dinner. I just had movie theater popcorn for Top Gun. Mm. I lost a bit more than 1,000. I don't know how it happens. If I play the peeing wasted lawyer song, people are like, "Oh, that must be the ending song." They're too close. They're too close. Lisa Anderson says, "You were a lawyer? Holy shit." I'm a lawyer. I know you're surprised because my tolerance for liquor is so low, whereas most lawyers is way through the fucking roof. Okay. Here we go. So let's rule, or let's take a look at this. We're going to skim through this argument. The rationale for the rule is manifestly clear. Non-party should not be burdened with shouldering the cost of litigation to which the non-party is unrelated. If a court finds that a non-party is required to produce information, including electronically stored information, the court should allocate the costs. Words in court have meaning, okay? Costs are the actual costs, the physical production of something. Thumb drives, paper, materials. Fees are what lawyers get paid. We don't get paid costs. We get paid fees. Costs of this production of the party seeking discovery. This word is going to encompass the crux of Johnny Depp's argument. Trust me. Trust me. They're going to happily argue for the $1,000 of costs. They're going to argue heavily against $85,000 of fees. Because those fees are fucking bullshit. They're a lie. The ACLU lied. The ACLU conspired to defame a man, and then they lied about their costs by adding in fees. Since ACLU non-parties were required to produce electronically stored information, Mr. Depp is required to reimburse for the reasonable production expenses. This is not in the statute. They keep saying this. Let's check this out. Let's check out what this says. Case text. Here we go. In this action for breach of contract, the plaintiffs are suing the defendants for allegedly failing to indemnify them under builders' risk insurance policies. Issue the plaintiff indemnification of $31 million. Hold on, what the fuck? At page 5. Okay, here we go. God damn it. Okay, so here we go. As to Tishman's concerns about the costs of production, those are addressed, which provides that the reasonable production expenses of a non-party witness shall be defrayed by the party seeking discovery. It's mandatory regardless of the objections and is eminently reasonable here given the defendant's claim needs for the documents to defend against a substantial claim. Thus, the defendant's motion to compel is granted under the condition that the defendants comply with their obligations. What was their obligation? We don't have it. We don't have the fucking obligation. We don't have what they were ordered to pay. Hold on. Hold on. Believe it or not. I can find this quickly. Too much reading? Yeah, I know. I'm not a robot, you fuckers. Here we go. See what they were ordered to pay. Show documents. Amended complaint. Subpoena. Holy shit. Let me see if I can figure this out. There's a lot of documents in there. Preliminary conference, compliance conference order. Motion to strike. Fuck. Holy shit. I don't know if I can find this real quick. What is this one? Let's see. It's a motion to strike. That's not it. Hold on. I'm trying to find it here. That's indemnification. See that production order. Where is it? Indicate indemnification again. Fuck. Order. Status conference. Boring. Here we go. Let's see. This action seeking indemnification. Defendant served a subpoena. I think this is it. Let's see. Withdrew the request for an order of contempt and asked the court to instead relieve them of their obligation to pay the cost of production, estimated by the parties at $40,000. They extend the note of issue deadline. Blah blah blah. Defendant's motion to hold non-party Tishman Construction Corporations in contempt is modified, is granted to the extent this court's order is modified. not obligated to pay costs per CPLR 3122 as directed herein. Tishman to be the same. This court's order dated December is modified. It's a note of issuing filing deadline, the telephonic status conference, blah, 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 blah. Tishman shall pay attorney's fees incurred by the defendants on motion. Okay, so this, okay. Sorry, I know this is weird because I'm talking about it randomly. This, Mr. Depp is required to reimburse the ACLU for their reasonable production expenses. What actually happened in the case was not this. I know, I'm sorry. This took me a little while to look up. It took me a little while to look up. What happened was they didn't have to pay the production expenses. That's the case that they cited. That's the case that they cited, that they don't have to actually pay this. That's crazy. It is mandatory regardless of any objections, except in the case you cited where it wasn't mandatory because they fucking ignored it. ACLU non-party seek reimbursement for several categories of expenses, each of which is a recoverable production expense. Notice they don't have a citation for this. First, the ACLU seek reimbursement for attorney time. This is the big one. And then costs. This is what, okay, so let me summarize this. Let me summarize this for you. For you, the non-lawyer masses. By the way, you're better people than lawyers. Never, ever regret being a non-lawyer mass. Okay? What the ACLU is trying to do, they are trying to give fees along with costs to themselves. Their fees involve $85,000 of attorney fees. The cost of producing the documents was a grand. Johnny Depp, should he pay the cost of producing the documents? Yes, $1,000. Should he pay the ridiculous fees that the ACLU is claiming for review of documents, for privilege review? No, he should not. Absolutely not. Those are fees, and what the statutes call for is costs. So, long story short, that's the argument that Johnny Depp's team will likely make. They will say the statute calls for costs of production, not fees associated with those costs of production. We are not responsible for how cautious the ACLU wants to be in reviewing these documents thoroughly. These fees are excessive. And that is the standard. If the fees are excessive, they are not charged to the requester. However, it's important to note that there is a law requiring payment by the requester for an out-of-state subpoena. And that's what happened here. Johnny Depp does owe the ACLU for something. His attorneys are going to argue that it's the costs, just the $1,000, $1,075 or whatever it is, of producing the physical documents. They're going to say, the ACLU says, we want the fees of our lawyers to review it. What happens will happen. We don't know. But that's what's going on. I'm so fucking tossed, guys. Incarnation Art says, Nick, no shot needed, but a shout out, please. YouTube, Incarnation Art. Instagram, Ducky Tat TZ. Love your rackets. Tell Rackets to go get a tattoo from me. I'm down to fly out to Minnesota. Incarnation Art. So let's see. Let's check out your Instagram. See what you've done. You're not tattooing me, brother. You're tattooing Lady Rackets. Can you do it? Can you tattoo Lady Rackets? There you are, Incarnation Art. I'm following you too. Can you do it? You want to fly out to Minnesota and tattoo Lady Rackets and me? I'm not opposed. You got some good art here. I'll show Lady Rackets. We'll see what she thinks. Want to fly out to Minnesota, tattoo her, maybe me too? Do a live stream of it. See me suffering. I think that'd be fun. Right? You guys could watch me go as I'm getting tattooed. We'll see. Incarnation Art. Hit me up. Rycia says, please do a toast to celebrate the 3-hour intro tonight. Dude, I can't drink anymore. I'm going to die already. We've had so much happen. I don't think I'm even going to get through the fucking chats tonight. There's no way. Busy Boy says, Law Daddy, shout out my Grinder profile. Girly Boy for huge daddies. Yes, Daddy. Go look, if you are a big, and you know what I mean, a well-hung daddy, and you're looking for that sweet Jack Murphy style femboy college butthole, check out Girly Boy for huge daddies on Tinder. I don't judge. You want to get bored out by a monster? That's on you. That's on you. It's not on me. My asshole will remain intact, unleashed, and unbreaded. Should we do unbreaded? Let's do unbreaded. I'm going to go to bed after unbreaded. I'm not getting to all the chats tonight. There's a fucking billion chats. I can't do it. I'm so drunk. We're already 3.5 hours in. I got to wake up in a couple hours and do the stream. Unbreaded! You fuckers know what time it is? You know what time it is. What time is it? 5:21. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. Is this just after? Well, this is after the repeating pages. Here we go. Are you ready for unbreaded? Before YouTube gets a fucking pine cone up their cunt. Unbreaded. This is the section where we read one page of Matthew Harris, UCLA professor of philosophy on race relations. He is a Duke University PhD in philosophy. This is the post he posted on the UCLA philosophy board. It's not me. I'm far too stupid to come up with this. This is from a PhD in philosophy. I hope you're ready. F did more for Binger than Obama ever will, but you don't have to say it. That's how you know it's real. If the American slave owners were as white as they think they were, they wouldn't have needed to leave England. Fuck disagreement. Kill them all with bricks. Fuck civil disobedience. Binger only have two policies: insurgency and genocide. Binger, feel hate in your body. Let it keep you uncomfortable. Constant discomfort and distress. Your only release is killing the enemy. Binger, bathe and boil in hate. Brew hate in your muscles and veins. Brew hate in your senses and apply hate in my name. Don't let those dark-haired Swarthmore Italians or bike-faces Spaniards call themselves white. Don't let those leprechaun-skulled bagpipe lickers miniskirt around you and call themselves white. Why the fuck did the kite try to tell me there was gonna be invisible worms in my sandwich? Why the fuck did the bike try to tell me there was worms in my perfectly clean sandwich? They must be finished a final time. Binger, go complete it. Don't say weak faggot shit like I may kill them before I die. Say only you will all die before I'm finished with you, and I will live peacefully and rejoice. Binger, never commit suicide. But if you do, bring the enemy all to death with you, coward. We don't need therapy. Binger, need revenge. Binger, don't kill yourselves. Binger, don't be like the towel head and die trying. Don't be half an attempt at change. Be the murderous detonation that kills them all and goes home. Binger, delete your leprechaun energy. No, I don't imagine what my enemy thinks. I hold myself to a standard called perfection. You can't understand. It's better to die in terrorism than anything else, but don't seek or expect to lose or glorify death. Glorify exterminating all of them and stop playing with your binoculars. Bono is not your friend, obviously. Bonobo, Bono, and Obama sitting in a tree. Get celebrities the fuck out of representing Binger. No celebrity can represent people descended from slavery. Celebrities are the enemies of Binger, not just police. The veterans are enemies of Binger. The homeless are enemies of Binger. The mayors and Congress are enemies of Binger. The university professors and school boards are enemies of Binger. Q Bucknell is the enemy of Binger. Bust his house. We're a brick. I'm bread. How you doing, chat? How you doing, chat? That was the Ballad of Matthew Harris. He is a former UCLA professor. He's a PhD from Duke University in philosophy. That is his philosophy. It was the philosophy that he acquired his PhD with. It is a philosophy unchanged from his dissertation. Although now they wish it was different, but that is what they did. Okay, I'm reading this last super chat. I'm going to read a couple Odyssey chats and Rumble chats, and then I'm going to bed. Going to fucking bed. Going to fucking bed, mate. Death Strike Gaming. Fun fact, electrical stored files cost is the energy it takes to transfer, which is less than $1 if they provide a thumb drive / hard drive. It's like 20 to 80 bucks, as well as be stored anywhere for 10 years. Donation records. F the ACLU. Oh yeah, they're inflating costs. They're punishing Johnny Depp because they tried to defame him and failed. On Odyssey, Aprende con Flowers says, love your work as a fellow Minnesotan. Can I get a shout out? I need motivation to keep making videos. So I've lost the will to continue. Available on Odyssey, Rumble, and YouTube. Brother, make videos as a hobby because you like making videos. Don't play the numbers game. Don't play the subscribers and views game. I know it's hard. I know everything in your body tells you to play those two games. Don't do it. Make videos because you like making videos. If you don't like making videos, don't fucking make them. Don't make them. But if you love it, do it endlessly, over and over and over again, and someone might see it someday. But if they never do, this is the most important part. You will have profited by your production, whether or not anyone sees it ever. Gain your skills, grow your craft, and enjoy what you do, brother. I wish you nothing but success. I hope somebody finds you. That's Apprende con Flowers. Wolf V says, Nick, your grift is so strong it may kill you. Lots of liquor today. Oh, Gonzo says, Nick, I found irrefutable video evidence of Johnny Depp committing sexual assault. I'm not reading. I'm not clicking on that. Fuck you. Firefuck's gotta say, I'm real glad Uncivil Simp and Cuck hasn't been on in a while. I was wondering why I've enjoyed your court coverage more than usual recently, and I realized it's because the bitch made cunt hasn't been on. I think it's a little harsh on Kurt. I doubt it's been intentional, but thanks, Bigot. Hopefully tomorrow you bring him out of spite. Are you trying to get me to bring Kurt on? I mean, I can bring Kurt on. I can absolutely do that. Philip Booty, Nick, you said once that you would have liked to have flown fighter jets. Still true. You're probably too tall as they have max femur length. Too long, and if you ever needed to eject, the front console would take your legs off at the knees. You're about 6 to 8 inches too tall. It's too fucking bad, man. Fighter pilots are fucking cool because they are cockholes. They're monster assholes, and I love it. I would have loved to be a fighter pilot. My buddy and I, we had dreams. Never came to be. Philibooty also says, didn't mean to burst your bubble. It's fine. I'm not going to be a fighter pilot now. I'm fucking 40. Empress of Edenia says, Nick, you remind me of Saul Goodman. Also, Nick, I'm anxious about homeschooling. Any tips? I don't have any kids yet, but our current society worries me. Here's the tip for homeschools. Anyone thinking about homeschool, let me help you. Go talk to a teacher. Any teacher, elementary, junior high, high school, go talk to them. 20 minutes. That's all you need. 20 minutes. I will get you in and out of that school in 20 minutes. 20 minutes speaking to a teacher, public school, and realize they are literally fucking retarded. They're retarded. They're the dumbest people you'll ever meet. They're fucking stupid by a large margin. There are, of course, exceptions to this, right? There is the occasional teacher who is normal, reasonable, and smart. They're few and far fucking between. Far between. They're fucking dumb. They're the dumbest people you may ever talk to. These are, by and large, these are education majors. They're literally, we can't do anything else, so we'll learn about teaching majors. These are the dumbest people you'll encounter in your entire life. And then go, could I do this? You don't legitimately to match the average public school teacher, okay? The average, the norm. You don't do anything. You, in fact, avoid your child, and you will be at the average public school teacher. That's my encouragement to you. You need more than that? What the fuck else do you need? Homeschool your kids. Private school your kids. Get a private tutor. Whatever you can afford, do it. Do it. Do it now. Oh, wait, shit. Malik says, guess who beat Millennia? Come a long way since Godric is bullshit. Yo, not gonna lie, every time I get discouraged playing this game, I remember you being like, dude, Godric's a pussy, kick his ass, having a blast and getting good. Caught up to you, buddy. Awesome. I can't wait to get back to fucking Elden Ring. I really want to finish the game. Philibooty, the fuck her right in the pussy isn't an actual interrupted news segment. Fake as fuck. No, okay, so that one's weird, but there are some where they're like, "Hey, will you please comment on this thing?" And the guy goes, "And fuck her right in the pussy." That's who you need. That's who you need. Prende Conflower says, "Thank you and your liver for a great show. Please check out my other Instagram." God damn it. Naughty. KNOTTY_flowers. Ogonzo says, "Trust me, Nick, no bamboozle." Philibooty says, "If you're still doing Instagram shout outs, check out Instagram. Phil the leather guy. Phil the leather guy. Make handcrafted leather goods. Guys, check out Phil the leather guy on Instagram. I can't do anymore. Roy Rat says the Veterans Crisis Line serves veterans, service members, National Guard and Reserve members, those who support them, available 24/7. Call 1-800-273-8255 and press 1 or text 838-255. Guys, I can't state this enough. If you're a veteran or a service member, please, for the fuck's sake, don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't do it. You survived ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Germans, whatever it is. You survived. Don't fucking end your hands. Don't end your life at the hands of an American. Being you. Don't do it. Please. SC Medic 71, Nick's next grip videos on Only Knows. Also spent most of the weekend reading through the Buffalo, New York Shooters Manifesto. It's bizarre, but it's no unbreaded. Joe Schmo, let's keep the chats going so Nick gets so drunk he can't explain the ACLU trying to get 86K from Jack Sparrow. I'm already there, brother. Roy Rat, when you look at the stars, your eyeballs are absorbing particles of stardust. Traveled billions of miles without hitting so much as a leaf on a tree, and your brain turns them into consciousness. Thank you. That's it. That's it. That's the show. I'm sorry I did not get to all the super chats today. I can't. We've got a lot of jury watch going tomorrow. I'll try and get some chats tomorrow, but I'm fucking toast. I got to go to bed. I got to get up in 5 hours. I'm streaming. So it's going to take me 30, 40 minutes to make the next stream. I got to go, guys. Catch you later. Sorry. I would love to read the rest of the chats, but I can't be here for another hour. I'm going to die. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some lost-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an Ardbeg, a Balmore, a Lafroig. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear lost-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Dutty to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. quite unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter, as we hear Lost Blaming tonight. From the wide shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the dog better than Nick. So pour out a glass for